Screenshot post like it's evidence found. Like your behavior is deeply profound. Meanwhile, I'm laughing, eating chips on my couch, watching you spiral like calm down. Ouch. You want clean content, soft and polite, but I'm the chaos you watch at night. Like, why am I here? Why you can't scroll away? Welcome to the circus, enjoy your stay. Fuck this, fuck that. Fuck you and fuck your hat. Offended by the word, fuck that swell. Unfollow this page and go to hell. Fuck this, fuck that. Unfollow this page and go to hell. You came for peace but clicked on chaos. Now you're mad like, how did I find this? It's one finger, one scroll, one choice. Daddy. Stay for the noise, don't blame the voice. You want to censor soft and tame, but that's not the internet, that's not the game. You built your rage, I just pressed play. Now you're trending in your feelings today. Fuck this, fuck that. Fuck you and fuck your hat. Offended by the word, fuck that swell. Unfollow this page and go to hell. Fuck this, fuck that. Unfollow. Fuck this, fuck that. Unfollow or don't. I don't care. Unfollow or don't. I don't care. Unfollow. Yeah.
Alrighty, waiting for other people to come in.
In this prison call, can post.
In this prison call. Which one were we listening to last night? This one.
Hey guys, welcome to Becca Scoops Live on Thursday night. I hope you guys are happy.
Help with, like, we can't set you up. I can't touch you. I can't, like, I can't bring a mirror to kind of show you. I can't show you a screenshot of what you look like.
Yeah, I know.
No, it was frustrating. So when you're out of prison, there's a lot of other things.
Okay, so basically her complaints here are, look, I hate the trailers because they're about my mom. My mom did this, my mom did that, and it's not about me. It's not about my wedding and me being in prison. Can we just stop talking about the crime? And by the way, I look really fat and I don't appreciate that. Just a little bit more here. You're going to have here Melissa mentioned filters, and it had me cracking up, as we know Gypsy and her filters. Melissa's going to school her a little bit about filters.
So you'll never, like, be surprised what you look like on camera. You'll be able to see it in real time. You'll be able to look at yourself on the monitor.
That's such a relief. I mean,
and you'll have like, yeah, and we, I don't know what they use for editing software. So we have like tools that can make you look skinny. We have tools that make you, like, your face look get rid of wrinkles. Like, we have the same filters that you have for your phone. We have for our video editing. It's really incredible.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
When we're coming for the.
I know. It's
Gypsy, I'll have to keep that in mind. Yeah, she does, right? She's like, that is so cool. Just laughing. All right, one more thing with this call that I'm going to.
Good morning, Mimi. Or afternoon.
oh.
Still going on. Do. Hey, Rhonda. If you want
I
to
am
comment.
so freaking tired today. I went to bed early last night and I'm so tired.
I know, same here. I went to bed like
I went to
at
bed like at
2 a.m. with Wyatt. And then
And
back
I've
up
come
at
to the
6.
conclusion I'm living in the twilight zone because if you saw you saw the clips that you sent me. She's
Mm-hmm.
literally saying that I have her blocked. I've never blocked her. It's so weird. I'm in the twilight zone. I don't know what to do anymore.
I don't
I heard
know.
some stuff today. I sent Kristie some stuff today
Yeah,
for you
thank you.
today.
Yeah, she was saying last night that I have her blocked and so she can't confront me. I've literally been going to her page and giving her my phone number saying, hey, message me here. Come to my page. So I don't know what she's talking about that I have her blocked because I'm scared of her.
But no, she's gonna jump into my panel and write shit in the comment, and it's like, no, you're not gonna do it
Yeah,
here. Go do it
yeah.
somewhere else. I don't
Like
give a
that
fuck.
shows me what they're doing, but whatever. I'll
Well,
just be in the twilight
I
zone.
I
Did you
was
guys
listening.
hear Ryan had a phone call where he was getting
Yes,
it in with Gypsy on the phone while he was at school in front of his kids and he finished?
yes. And then there's ones that apparently he was taking shots at school too, like drinking wise.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it gets worse. Like I said, these video calls are gonna get worse and worse. And there's something in there that she doesn't want us to find. But like I said, like if I'm like, you know what? If she comes in here, just block her, block whoever. I don't give a fuck no more. I don't give a fuck what's going on with her. I don't care about nothing. I don't care.
Well, today when I was on that person, I wasn't on it. I was just listening, and everything was fine. They were talking. Nothing,
hmm
nothing. Animals, kids. Coffee. Then this person comes up, and all of a sudden, there goes Mimi's name coming out of her mouth. I'm like, are you kidding me?
It's like an everyday thing. It's
It's like
always. It's all the time. It's always.
the other girls were just fine. They were hanging out, chit chatting, everything. And then that person comes up, and then it blows up with that one person. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
It's all the time.
Like, they weren't even talking about her. They didn't even mention nothing.
It's just like I said. It happens. It does it all the time, and then it turns into this and that and this and that. That's why this morning I play. Fuck that. So I mean, I can play it again for the most people that are coming in here. I mean,
I mean, it's just like they were just normal chicks just hanging out talking about life, and then that one person comes up, says one thing, and then bam, here comes Mimi out of her mouth. I'm like, we were having fun and just chilling, and then you pop up.
like it must Mimi must taste like crispy fried chicken. It must comes out good, tasting good, or however it goes. Finger looking good.
Finger looking
Add some cream sauce at the end.
good. Kind of.
Oh my god, I gotta play Becca. um, I gotta do an AI of people, and then Mimi, I'm gonna do a funny AI for you with other people.
Get to like the hardcore stuff I know that you guys are here for. I just want you to hear Melissa say that she had to talk to her therapist about Gypsy. Like that's how much Gypsy was infiltrating her life. You know what I mean? All right, I gotta fast forward it here and find it. Here we go.
Yeah, I totally understand. But see, this is
Thank
what's
you,
good. Is like
Cowboy Bear.
what I don't want to happen for you is that you get into a contract and you dread doing it every week because you don't like it.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh, by the way, this call's really long. Maybe I'll probably put it out just as a video. If you guys want to listen to it, it's
Okay.
funny. It's like 50 minutes long, and they talk at length in this call
Thank
about
you,
the
Cowboy
the podcast that has never been right. No, back then, right before she got out of prison, they were already.
Cowboy Bear, be careful from sending gifts. I mean, we got told we are grifters. I mean, you better be careful. We're saving up for a $4,000 computer. I mean,
No, it's 12,000. That includes 3 of us.
oh,
So
that's oh yeah, 12,000. My bad.
Both houses.
Oh. Well, my life, you never hear me grifting except for to my fiance. That's it. But, I mean, it's all good.
Keep it coming.
Like getting ready for her to do this podcast. And I think Melissa, after everything that happened, I think she's ghosted Gypsy. I don't know. You guys, I know she was at like her baby shower, but that was a couple years ago, right? So
God.
I don't think Melissa's around her anymore. But yeah, this is crazy. They were supposed to be doing a podcast together too. And Gypsy's like about the podcast. She's saying like, well, I don't want it to be about true crime. I don't like true crime. And Melissa's like, okay, well, that's kind of what you're known for. But okay, so what are you interested in, or what do you think you're going to talk about? And Gypsy goes, well, like I like marriage stuff. I like healing. I like talking about, I don't know, parenting. And I can feel Melissa on the other end of this call just thinking, nobody's going to want to listen to Gypsy Rose Blanchard, the mommy murderer, about parenting.
I know, right, Rhonda? We all have a
no lie, you guys.
taste.
One line Gypsy said, she said to Melissa is, you know what? I don't really like talking about myself.
You,
and I'm like, I could not roll my eyes hard enough. I'm like, oh, all she does is talk about herself. All right, let's just take this. Let's listen to Melissa talk about having to go to the therapist.
I don't want to talk about this shit.
That's what I guess I mean by I take it really seriously, because it's a very big commitment, longer than your TV series.
She's talking about doing a podcast.
Like, the commitment is weekly. Like, you have to show up,
Right.
every week, and you need to backlog some. So you're going to have to film like 5 episodes pre-launch, so that you have some in the bank. Because if you're like sick, you got to show up sick. Like, and the reason why you have to show up is you get advertisers. That's how you get paid. Is you get ads, and they have contracts saying it drops on this date. Like, BetterHelp has to drop on this week. And so if you're sick, you have to do that ad.
Right.
And then I think there's this part of me has a hesitation. I totally trust you, and I think you got it all. But when I think, like, my therapy appointment on Thursday was all about you. It was. I got a safe place for my peers, and talk to her about, like,
when I heard Melissa go, I had to talk to her about my fear.
Getting so close.
Getting those computers.
Yeah. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Oh, mine is gonna go towards taco. Mine is gonna go towards tacos and burritos.
Okay.
I don't know what yours is gonna go for. Tacos and beer, probably.
Yeah, that works.
Mimi's getting some computers and expensive stuff.
I'm down.
Because I'm like thinking like, Gypsy's going to murder you. I mean, I was just laughing.
Thank you, Cowboy
listening
Bear.
to this on my own last night.
what is coming down. And one of my fears is that I love working with you, but I'm afraid, like, all of your deals have me in it. And I don't want you to ever feel like I exploited you. And so that's what I talk to my therapist about, is like, and so I'm going to be just very candid, frank. So I'm kind of scared about another deal with you, because I don't want you to think that I control your life, because all of your deals.
Because last time somebody tried to control your life, they ended up dead, like stabbed 17 times. So, yeah, I don't want you to look. I'm not trying to control your life now, Gypsy.
Will have me loop into them.
Oh my God, I don't feel that way at all. Please don't feel that way, because that is not the case at all.
Part of me was I want to leave an opening, because, like, while you may, like, I want you to, well, first, like, it's a great place for me to explore that feel with her. And so my therapist was like, what's the worst case scenario? I'm like, the worst case scenario is that Gypsy's out of prison for a couple months, and she's like, I am controlled by all these deals, and Melissa's in all of them, and I'm not free to do anything new or explore new business relationships. And I never want you to feel like that. And so that's what's kind of scaring me about the podcast is, like, well, the TV show's a commitment. It's like a 6-month commitment versus, a year commitment, and it's week-to-week commitment.
I understand I understand where you're coming
Yeah, and then I'm in your book. I'm part of your book deals, and I just never. My fear is that you'll get out of prison, and you'll be like, resentful.
You are helping me. You're a source of, like, you're my business partner and you're my friend. You're my friend first, but you're my business partner. And so I don't consider that exploitation. I consider it, hey, listen, you have avenues and you've been down the road that I am walking. All right. And you're far further on that road than I am. I'm just starting the road.
So in this call, Gypsy says, and we're going to end this call here, and I'll put it up after the live stream if you guys want to listen to the whole 50 minutes. It is pretty interesting. Gypsy's career was going to be in doing a podcast. Melissa Moore in this call tells her, well, like podcasts, like, if they really take off, you can become a multimillionaire. She tells Gypsy that, right? And in this call, Gypsy confirms, well, Melissa, you're not exploiting me. I'm going down your path. You've already done what I want to do, basically. So this was before Gypsy got out of prison. So I don't want to hear Gypsy saying, like, this podcast where it's August now, right? It's the 8th month of the year, and we still haven't seen it. I'm telling you, she can't get advertisers. I'm sure of it. But that was going to be. Gypsy was so excited in this call that she was going to be what? Famous, a celebrity. Right. And that's why in the beginning of this call, she said, I don't like those trailers. She thought she was going to be able to turn the page on her crime and make the public forget, right, that she's a mommy murderer and like rebrand herself as like this podcaster, this famous, a celebrity in her own right. She doesn't want to be infamous. She wanted to become famous. And she really believed it. And I think Melissa, if you listen to the whole call, is kind of trying to back away from her in a little bit, like, I just see my therapist and, I'm in all of your deals. Maybe it's better if you, go out, but in the same time,
tacos now.
made a lot of money with Gypsy. She became that executive producer because of Gypsy. And so, yeah, in a way, did she exploit her? Well, I don't know. I'll leave you guys to, I guess in a way she did. She used her, but Gypsy used Melissa too, and Melissa's contact to get what she wanted. All right, I'm going to take that one down, and we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of this. As far as your guys' comments go, let me go for about another 10 minutes, and then I'll get to some comments. I'll let you guys, if you guys might have other things you want to, I'll wait just a little bit more before I get to those, because there's so much that we have to go over that I want to make sure we can fit it all in, and we're not here for 2 days going over all this stuff. All right. Okay. So, as we all know, Gypsy claimed, the claim was that she had to murder her mother because he was medically abusing her, right? Right. And before the memoir, and that's pre-Melissa Moore, right? Gypsy went on Dr. Phil in 2017. And she did have a couple things to say. Now, you guys have seen these clips, but I want to start with a couple clips, and then we're going to build up. Then I'm going to get to the prison phone calls, the ones that I found that just had me pulling my hair out. Okay, but I kind of have to lay the groundwork here so we all remember what happened when, so we can just trust me. I have to do it this way so we all understand it. Here's Gypsy from 2017.
Words, what happened that night?
Well, really, my mother and I had got into an argument 2 days before, and it was about my feeding tube.
It was about my feeding tube, okay? 2017, about my feeding tube.
Well, I no longer need this feeding tube. Can we please have it removed? And she said no. And I had an upcoming surgery, and I didn't want to have it, so I said, please, tell the doctor I don't need this surgery. I've had it 20 times before. Why do we have to have it again?
Now, she does mention a surgery here, but then she says, but I've had it 20 times before. Why do I have to have it again?
And she's like, there's nothing I can do about it. The doctor wants it. And so I became very numb to plan B.
Okay, so that's what she was saying in 2017, right? Okay, then the memoir comes out, right? And what is she saying in the memoir? What happens then when the memoir comes out? She says this.
Hysterical. I explore the problem of my squeaky voice. The doctors had been conditioned to not question such a knowledgeable, doting mother. Or maybe they didn't want to face her attitude, the way family members did when they questioned her about my health. So a surgery was recommended to open up my throat to take a peek at my larynx. No biggie. After the beating in the alley, the 2 weeks tied to the bed, the BB gun, the night in the shed, a lifetime of lies, spells, isolation, starvation.
Did she really say a beating in the alley? Like in the alleyway? Like, God. I gotta do a meme. I gotta do a thing of Dee Dee taking Gypsy out into the alleyway and and giving her a good slapping.
Emotional manipulation and medical procedures with life-changing side effects. This unnecessary exploratory surgery on my voice box felt most threatening to me. Any slip of the hand could leave me voiceless, mute forever. This is what I believed. This is what I felt. This is when the thought finally came. It's me or her.
Okay, so this is very clear, right? It's this exploratory surgery on her voice box, she says, that was going to happen, that made her feel so threatened that her mom was going to take her voice away. And it was me or her. It was me or her. I had to stop this medical abuse. And this particular surgery was the impetus, right? There goes Keekins. This exploratory surgery now is the reason, right? Now, we don't hear that in 2017. She's talking, yeah, Keekins. Keekins left, she'll be back. In 2017 on Dr. Phil, we hear her talk about her feeding tube, and then she talks about an upcoming surgery, but then she qualifies that upcoming surgery as something I've had 20 times before. Why do I have to have it again? Okay? So, which is it? Now, I know that you guys know that
she's still at 9.3. Hold on, let me check. I think she still has her 9.3. I think she does still.
Here we are once again.
Get pedo.
Y'all see that Gypsy Rose announced that she activated her.
Do I have to get on me? Oh yeah, I'm blocked on that account. Oh, thank you for the heart, me wandering eye. Oh, thank you. Gypsy Rose. Is it the two? Sorry. Oh, thank you. Mimi's not here, so I'm saying thank you. All the gifts are going towards our tacos and burritos. Taco is doing tacos and beer. Mimi is doing a $20,000 computer. So, yeah, she's still at her. Well, that one's at 5,000. Did she deactivate her account right again? I want to see it back on here. I think she's gone from TikTok again because I don't see her account no more. Thank you. Taco. I know you're probably not blocked from her. Or see if you can find her. Did you hear me?
Yes, what you need?
Go look for, see if Gypsy's 3 million still up or if she took it down.
Yeah, I'm the wrong one to ask that. I tried to find it her earlier.
Oh, okay. So it was up last night, and then she took it back down probably sometime today. I'm blocked on my main account. I forgot about that because I asked her a question concerning about her doctor's records, and I asked about her age. I said even though you're going to a doctors usually ask you to verify your date of birth, your first and last name, or whatever it is. And yes, I know some states are different, but I'm just. And then she blocked me.
Don't ask about the doctors now. Oh no.
But we are listening to Becca Scoops. We are about halfway in. Well, not even halfway, sorry. About 2 hours. Well, we still got another 2 hours to go. So.
Sorry. Sometimes at the beginning of Becca's videos, they're like,
I have it on like 1.25 for the speed.
On May 1st, 2015. This was canceled. But I could never say a couple of things. I could never say, I have all the medical records. I could never say 100% sure, right, that I know that a surgery like that wasn't scheduled, right?
That's
I could never
fine.
say that. I could point
I
to this
appreciate you being here.
being around the same
And I
time
made you a
frame.
mod if you didn't see it.
But again, I could never say 100% until now. After I think you watch this whole live stream, you're going to come to the same conclusion that I have come to, that this excuse, this surgery on her voice box was made out of thin air by a couple of people. These people, they made it up. And I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to prove it to you. Okay?
Hey, Rhonda.
All right. So we're going to start with the first clip, and we're going to start in 2017. I'm talking about the prison phone calls. Okay? The first one is from 2017. It is going to be between Gypsy and Kristie.
That's fine.
Turning to mush because, like, when Francesca and Aria were here, and they would start reading stuff, and I'm like, look, I gotta take a break. I gotta go outside, and I gotta freaking digest what you just read to me. And it was hard, and I cried, yesterday, and like when they got here, and me and Francesca were talking, and I just started crying, and I'm like, she didn't have to go through none of that. I mean, it just hurts,
I know. And it's like,
oh my God.
See, I haven't even seen half of the medical records. Mike had brought in the one, I think it was a surgery done to look at my windpipes or my larynx in my throat.
Right.
He read me that from Dr. Beckman, and then he read me another one from Dr. Flasherstein. But that's the only ones that I've seen, and it was a brief overview of it. So I'm like,
yeah.
I don't even know what's in those records.
Right. Now, Francesca gave me Cohen's, phone number. Now, that's the lawyer.
Okay.
And she said we need
Rhonda doesn't have a voice.
I don't have a voice.
Okay, let's not talk. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so Kristie goes.
I'm here to grift. I'm grifting.
The important part that they talk about how they're going to sue everybody, right, for malpractice.
I will add. Okay, I will create another AI picture with you, your little dog in it, with Mimi and Taco and I, and I will put in my picture. Hey, Bob. 2.
When I grift enough for a Corvette, then you got to put us all in the Corvette hatch.
All right.
I will.
Okay.
All right. No more talkie.
Okay.
All right.
Smell.
And we know, of course, that never happened. The important part about this call is it's 2017, right? You just heard what she wrote in her memoir about this exploratory surgery. it was so scary to her that it caused her to murder her mother. It was the final straw to murder her mother. Yet in 2017, what is she saying? What is she saying? Well, she's saying, I haven't even seen half of the medical record, she says in this call. Mike, that's her attorney, had brought in the one, I think it was a surgery done to look at my windpipe or my larynx in my throat. He read me that from Dr. Beckerman, and then he read me another one from Dr. Flasterstein, but that's the only one I've seen, and it was a brief overview of it. Okay. Nothing like, oh man, that one, that was the one, that was it. Okay. But I got so much better evidence going against her that you're going to see. This is like, yeah, right. If that surgery was something, and it wasn't even a surgery, it was, okay. And I'll get to that. Oh, I'm so like worked up about this. Let me tell you. All right. Let me get to the next one here. Okay. This is the one with Ken. And hold on, I got to bring all of these up kind of individually, so bear with me. Okay. Here we go. This is the one with Ken. This is 2019, okay? 2019. So she doesn't know Melissa Moore yet.
Okay, so the only thing that it's not really allowed in hard copy form.
Well, you know what? I'll post this one too. I'm going to fast forward. The beginning is kind of funny. She's talking to Ken about how he can't send pictures of children shirtless. And I was like, wow, why would he be sending pictures of children shirtless? But I'm going to pass over that because I'm going to get to the medical part of this.
You can still be in your boxers, as I'm told. So. Yeah. So send me your videogram with the Star Wars boxers. You can keep your fucking shirt on. And send me a picture.
Okay, I'll try. What's your question?
Yeah.
So can I ask you a question? I know the audio may be bad, so I'm not going to interrupt here. He's saying right here, can I ask you?
Hey, Mama.
Hey, darling.
Mom.
Are you joining the grifting party too over here?
I'm joining the Christian party. As long as you love me, I'll join.
Alrighty, we love you.
Grifting over here in the corner.
We're going to have a lot of people on one sticker.
Like, can you get my dog's head on that sticker?
Yeah, I can get it. Oh, God.
What we listening to?
We are listening to Becca Scoops, the one that I started last night.
Okay.
We're listening to that.
Right, cool. Thank you.
Good question. And I don't know if Ken remembers his phone call. I doubt he remembers his phone call, but he's going to remember it now.
Were there any kind of operations or surgeries that your mom wanted to do to you, but like you didn't let her? Stop her in some way from doing?
See, here goes my taco party.
Right? I know the audio is bad, so I've got
I'm getting enough tacos for you and I taco.
All right, I'm down.
Were there any kind of operations or surgeries that your mom wanted?
No, they just need
you, but like you
burritos.
didn't let her, or like stopped her in some way from doing?
You didn't let her, or you stopped her some way in doing? I would say murdering her. Murdering her is the way to stop her, right? Wasn't that what we heard in the memoir? Wasn't that it? That this became most important to her. It was me or her. So he asked this question. Let's listen to her answer in 2019.
No.
Okay.
No, not that. I'm thinking about it. No.
Hey.
I know an upcoming procedure that's done. Oh, it's hilarious.
And you're joining the grifting party too?
Whatever.
Huh?
I said you're joining the grifting party too?
Oh, this is a grifting party?
Yeah.
I'm out here busting my ass. I don't know nothing about no grifting party. Really, it's a grifting party. You invite me. Thank you.
We're going to need bigger stickers.
And we're gonna add you into We're gonna do
My
this for the
screen is
picture
stuck, so
too.
I'm gonna have to scroll out and come back in. It's stuck.
Alrighty.
I can't even
I'm
do anything.
working and grifting at the same time, y'all.
Look at
I'm
you,
double teaming over
multitasking,
here.
Mimi. Woo, Mimi, go get it, girl.
Have you
I'm
guys ever looked up a $20,000 computer? Like now that
um
that's the rumor, I looked it up. That's like a government computer. Like they don't even
Yeah,
sell
the
those to
government.
people. That's
No, they
insane. The
don't.
type of rumors that they make up. So
You're
now
working
I
for the
work for the
government.
CIA. I work for the CIA.
Oh, you
Super
do?
Mimi.
Oh, I better run and hide. You know, I don't want you to know my secrets.
That's why I need the $20,000 computer.
I mean I'm
Oh,
going for tacos and burritos, so
okay.
You want
Yeah,
tacos and burritos. Mimi wants a supercomputer. What? Oh my
Cosmo wants
days.
tacos
I
and
want
beer.
10 Chippendale dancers.
I don't want anything, me. I'm alright. I'm good.
Well,
I just sit watching you use your stuff. I'll be alright.
yep.
we get a
Grifter.
but it's just funny how people are.
Well, I mean, grifting. Listen, you should see the street grifters. I had a guy walk up to me this morning, and be like, "Oh, can you spread some change?" I said, "Hell no. Get a job like the rest of us. Ain't give me shit."
I get that about 99 million times a day, me. You got any change? Can you spare
Yeah.
this? No.
It's like
Yeah.
I can't spare shit. I can't even spare you my attention. You know. Even that's for sale. So you want my attention? You got to pay for it, buddy. He just looked at
That's,
me. He was shocked. I'm like,
and that stuff's expensive.
I know. Life is so expensive. Like literally, you have to have multiple streams of income just to be able to support your family, be able to
Definitely.
support yourself.
I'm thinking of sending my dog out to pimp him out,
Well,
That dude lives for free.
you can rent him out for the day. Have day
Yeah.
rentals. One a
He lives
doggy
for
a day.
free. He eats well.
Exactly. Make sure you feed him and make sure you clean up his poop, and everything else is good. That's for sure. It's crazy. What's wrong with my screen? I cannot
Mimi, I
get
can
this
pimp my
screen
dog
going.
out. It might pay for your computer.
but
Oh,
but like I said, we're trying to get like 12 grand, 20 grand or whatever it is.
oh, really?
Yep.
Okay, 12 or 20 grand. Okay.
Big ass, that one. Big ask.
I mean, literally.
Oh,
I had a route this morning to Palisades, and because I was busy putting on my face, so I was like, oh no, I don't want to do that. I'll find something else later.
but like I said, like if you come over here, you're gonna be considered a grifter, just letting you know.
Yeah. Yes, welcome to the Griff Show. We should have Peter Griffin as our mascot.
Oh my god, we should.
We should, because he's a griffin. Yeah.
Grifting by proxy,
Gryffindor.
then. He's
There
a
we go. We
gift.
should
He's
do.
grifting by
I mean, we can
proxy.
always do Harry Potter.
If I did have a $20,000 computer, I
Can I
could do
borrow it?
all kinds of scientific computing. So maybe I
Can
do
Oh,
need one.
yes, please do.
Maybe I do need one.
Maybe
Can I
you
borrow it
do.
over the weekend?
Heck yeah, no, I'm just gonna get two now.
Hey.
We'll just get
I was
Two
gonna
$40,000.
say.
computers? Two supercomputers?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Train. That's a train going
Two
past.
Oh,
supercomputers.
I thought it was a plane. I'm like,
No,
damn.
that's a train. There's a
We're
train crossing.
reflecting. I'm like, where are
I'm
we
on
Damn,
my
you must
way
live right
home.
close to the tracks.
Yeah, it's at a crossing, so I'm on my way home.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, look at that.
Mimi, I
He's a
want to
baby
thank
hippo.
you. Oh, Mimi. I want to thank you.
For what?
You encouraged me to put in a FOIA. Yes, you
Ooh, we
did.
all get baby hippos. Thank you.
Oh,
I wish they had
yay.
baby platypus.
Yes, Mimi. Mimi is the encourager of all. You posted that little thing that you have to do in order to put in a request, and that was my motivation. So thank you.
I still gotta do a thing for that too as well. So
Yeah, I can't wait till I hear back from them. They're probably gonna tell me, "Bitch, you can't have nothing from us." I'm sure that's what they're gonna say. I'm really like, "We ain't giving you shit." Yeah.
I want my sick song.
Waka waka waka.
I'm gonna play.
Spin
I was
that
watching Elmo
record,
After
DJ.
Dark
Come
last
on.
night. I was watching Elmo After Dark. Now, you want some funny shit? Is if it's late at night, Elmo comes out
Oh,
and he starts dancing to
I
Backstreet
saw
Boys.
that. I was like, what the heck am I
he
watching?
he had me hollering. Elmo had me hollering. It's like, Elmo, you're
Is
such a bad boy. I'll
gonna
put you in
say,
a
is he a bad
corner.
boy?
He's a
I
very
thought
bad boy. I'll put him in a corner.
I thought
You
I
need a
was having
timeout.
NyQuil effects. I thought NyQuil was freaking me out.
No, that was real. That was Elmo.
I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, I gotta turn that off.
If
Yeah,
that's
it's like
Elmo,
Elmo.
what the
What?
hell does the Cookie Monster do?
They need to bring the Cookie Monster out too. Cookie Monster needs to show.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to
What's
bring out Big Bird too.
cookies?
Yeah,
I
and he'd be
like
like,
Animal. He's my
"Bitches, give
husband.
me cookies. Bitches,
Animal.
cookies." Yeah, that shit would be funny as hell. So
I
I
know
don't
What,
know
if
if
you get
somebody
Elmo.
Elmo to read the
puppeteer.
foyers, that'd be funny.
Oh, Elmo was busy looking for his invisible eggplant last night. He's like, "It's gone away. I can't find my eggplant." Yeah,
Oh dear.
that's what I say. Elmo After Dark is funny, real funny. Yeah. So how you lovely ladies doing today?
Uh,
Hanging in there.
it's
Hanging
nearly
in.
it's nearly
Well,
Saturday.
he's hanging in.
Yeah,
I'd say it was nearly Friday,
it,
but it is Friday here.
it is Friday.
Yeah.
It's a Friday. Sound like somebody's getting doing a hug tour over there. What's going on with that cough?
Oh, I don't know. It's just
Oh, I hope you feel better.
I can talk today and barely.
Barely.
Yeah, get some ginger tea and burn that shit out of there.
I'm burning it. I'm burning it. I
Burn,
want my
baby, burn.
Christy. I want my sick song. See, play my sick song.
Your sick song. You have a sick song?
Christy played it the other day.
What is it?
My song you played me, sick song.
The Backstreet Boy one?
No,
That was me.
cartoonish one.
The fuck this, fuck that?
I don't remember. I was sick.
Talking about this song?
No, not that one.
Um,
Oh, shite.
I was playing Disney and all that stuff as well.
I don't know. It was 3 days ago, I think, when I was sick.
God, I don't even
Damn, we've
remember what I
slept
did.
since then.
I don't know what song I
Well, I hope you
played.
feel better.
Sick, sick.
I mean, I played this song.
Excuse me.
Your
No.
sick song. I don't know.
Anyhow, I don't know.
I don't remember what song I was playing.
You need a chart on
Uh,
us all.
No, please don't do that. But I'm gonna play some Back to School.
okay. I got to listen to Evil Ghost's call, his about Ryan.
I will listen to that probably next.
Yeah.
And had it done already, but the doctor had ordered to have it done again. And the last time I had it done, I was asleep, and they were going to do it while I was awake this time, which I've had so many tubes up my nose, and I fucking hate something in my nose that's just like, ugh, I hate it. And so they would have had to go up my nose and down my throat to look at my throat. And, yeah, no. I was dreading it. I was dreading it because I've had previous procedures with tubes at my nose, and that was just like the one traumatic thing. Like that being done, and the test, it was like a retina test where I had to wear hard
Now she's going to talk about her eyes real quick.
contacts. And
okay, so that's it. Then she goes in talking about these tests on her eyes that were really painful and traumatic also, okay? I was like, what? Wait a minute. I thought that surgery, procedure, whatever it was, it's in your memoir, right? That was why you had to murder your mother. That was it. Well, not here, right? And Ken asked her, and I'm going to take this down. Were there any kind of
I had to scroll it close.
surgeries that your mom wanted to do, but like you didn't let her,
It was
or
stuck. Hey,
in
thank
some
you
way
for the
was
gift.
doing? No. I mean, you guys, this whole lie, the lies. This is the lie, right? There's lies and then there's the lie. And to me, this is the lie because this is what made Dee Dee out to be the monster, right? This is the lie. This medical abuse, but very, specifically, this surgery was highlighted in her memoir as being so atrocious that then she had to call. Then she said she messaged Nick and say, "Hey, will you murder my mom for me? She's gonna kill me. She's gonna, take away my voice, right?" I don't think Ken remembers that. Probably doesn't remember that conversation, but maybe he should start. Maybe I hope he hears this. Do you remember this conversation you had with her? She lied to you, or she's lying. Well, no, I don't think she didn't lie to you. She's been lying to the public for 10 years. And not only that, but when she got together with Melissa Moore and this Michelle ghostwriter, they came up with this, and you're going to hear the phone calls where they come up with it. Yeah, I guess they didn't think that those calls would be heard someday, did they? No, I guess they didn't. All right. Let me get to the next one, and then I'll take a break. So each of these I've had, where is it? Each of these these audio clips, I have to bring up one by one just to let you guys know. Oh, and I found something about the micro deletion too that I'm going to go over, but we're going to stick to this surgery. We're going to get to how they made up this lie, basically. You're going to hear it from Melissa, you're going to hear it from Michelle, and from Gypsy. They're in their discussions here. All right. I'm going to get to the next one now. This is a call between Melissa and Gypsy. So 2019, you hear her talking to Ken, right? And there's no talk about, she mentions this surgery, but it's not like, and then my mom was going to cut my throat, Ken. And that was when I knew, I mean, I had to do something, Ken. We didn't hear that when she talked about that procedure to her voice box, right? So now we're March 3rd, 2022. And now Melissa is on the scene and they're going full throttle in writing this memoir, right? And to sell Gypsy as this heroine and as this victim, right? Here we go.
So with one thing that I was curious about for timeline, the pending surgery, what were you supposed to get? The surgery that was coming up, had that not happened with your mom? Wasn't there a surgery that was coming up?
Yeah. Like, wasn't there a surgery? Was there a surgery? Like, she doesn't know, right? Like,
Yes.
you would think. They've been talking on the phone for a couple of years now. You would think by this time. Yes, Rachel, the whole story is absolutely insane. R.I.P. Dee Dee. Absolutely. Amen. You would think by now, right? It's 2022. She's been talking to Melissa for a couple of years. They built up this relationship that Gypsy would have divulged that story. Like, she would have already told her this story, the story that's in the memoir about the surgery, right? That caused Gypsy to snap. So here it's 2022, and Melissa's like, wasn't there like a surgery or something? Wasn't there something?
Had that not happened with your mom? Wasn't there a surgery that was coming up?
Yeah, it was something to do with my neck. And
what do you mean it was something to do with your neck? I thought this is what caused you to murder your mother. What do you mean it was something to do with your neck? What do you see? It was all bullshit. Which we kind of knew, but now we've got the proof, right? Finally, we've got the proof.
my larynx, it had something to do with my throat. I don't know the proper name for it or anything, but it had to do with my neck.
Did you recall the date that surgery was scheduled for?
No, I don't remember.
Okay.
Well, wouldn't it be by around the time you murdered your mom? If that was the reason, wouldn't that be your answer? Well, because Melissa, like I told you before, this was the surgery that caused, this was the thing that pushed me over the edge. Remember, Melissa, I told you that story. I don't know when it was. I don't know. Lies, right?
We'll find it. I'm just curious when it was scheduled. We might not be able to find it because if it's not in.
Oh, yeah. I don't think you found it.
Charged because it hasn't happened yet. I don't know. We'll see. The throat surgery is supposed to happen. And what did you feel about that surgery? Did you have any feelings, or what did you think of that?
I felt very frustrated because I don't know, for some reason.
Not scared for my life? What do you mean? I was frustrated. Yeah, it was frustrating. I mean, and you're going to see. We're going to get into calls. You're going to see how this whole story develops. You're going to see how it all develops. These shysters, these scammers, these liars.
And I just had enough. Like, it was like another surgery. Like, at some point during around that time.
And put a pin in that. Another surgery. Put a pin in that thought for a minute, okay? I'm going to come back to that. Another fucking surgery? Yeah, Gypsy, give me a break.
I'm like, it's enough with the surgeries. And I very fearful. There was just something about it that didn't feel.
You can almost feel Gypsy like the gears turning in her mind. I was talking to Mitch about this last night. You can almost hear the gears turning in her mind. Like, yeah, I was fearful. Like she's developing it. You know what I mean? They're what's going on.
Right. And that made me more scared than normal.
Oh.
I don't know what it was.
More scared than normal. Not I need to murder her over this, but yeah, more scared than normal. But in 2017, she didn't know anything about it. With Ken, it was like, yeah, I was having some procedure I didn't like. They had to put something in my nose. And then she goes on to talk about eye things. Now, a couple years later, yeah, I was scared. was kind of frustrating, frightened me.
It was, but it was just like, this is not necessary, you know?
And did you talk about it with your mom? Did you tell her this isn't something you wanted to do? 1 minute left.
I mean, of course I did. Of course I did. And, you know, it was just, she's like, oh, it's scheduled or whatever. It's not up for debate, you know? I mean, it's not something that I had to say in the matter. I couldn't be like, I don't want to have this surgery. It's just, it was what it was. It was already scheduled, and she wouldn't change her mind.
And at that point, I mean, I totally understand it. I'm not questioning, you know, that the caller has hung up.
So the call stops there. The call, you know, it abruptly ends at that point. But now you see where we're at. You're seeing how this is progressing and the kind of conversations they're having about it. Okay, and we're not quite there yet. We're going to murder over it yet, but we're kind of, you know, we're starting to, and then you're gonna hear Michelle on calls coming up, where they really start throwing around this idea. And in fact, Michelle's going to say, you know what, I think we should take liberties with this story. You guys understand what that means, right? Meaning we'll take liberties with it. You know, okay, so it wasn't totally true what we're going to be saying, but we're going to take liberties, right? We're going to take artistic liberties with this story. No, you don't do that with a true crime story, right? You don't do that to someone who was murdered to make her look like a monster. I just could not believe what I heard in these calls, and it only gets worse from here. All right, I'm going to stop sharing that one. I said put a pin in Gypsy saying, oh, I'm having so many surgeries. You know, how come enough with the surgeries? Yeah, right? Okay, let's go over this real quick. I know you guys know this because I've gone over it before, but I think, well, let's just say it again for new people or like people that, I don't know, maybe don't know this, but Gypsy's surgical procedures. This isn't including her eye surgeries, the eye surgeries that she has said she needed, okay? These are all the surgeries. In 2001, she had the G-tube placed after being 1 month in a feeding hospital, okay? Weight went from 36 pounds to 57 pounds. Definitely needed. Placement of a G-tube, okay? At the same time as that surgery happened, or the placing of the G-tube, they did this laparoscopic procedure called a Nissan fundoplication. And that is just helping with the acid reflux. They do those two procedures together. And it's not like she's sliced open. They place the G-tube, and then the Nissan is laparoscopic, okay? So these aren't like major surgeries, all right? They're more like procedures. Then, in 2001 also, she had a biopsy to her muscle, her thigh. It's not really a surgery, it's a biopsy. Her most major surgery, though, and her only real surgery, if you really want to talk about the definition of a surgery, was the salivary gland removal. Okay? And that was after 2 years of treatment.
Sorry. Sorry, I was cleaning. Taking up a little bit.
All consistencies of fluids and food. And then the doctors opted to remove 2 of the 6 major salivary glands. That's it. That is the sum total of her surgery. The last one was in 2006. Okay? So this procedure she's talking about to her windpipe, okay, her voice box, as much as I know, because I don't have any medical records on it, but based on the other phone calls I listened to when she was describing it, it's more of like a scope to look down her throat, to look at her larynx, and, you know, it's not an exploratory surgery. They're going down her nose. It can be done in the doctor's office. This was not a exploratory surgery, as far as I know. All right? But again, what's important here is that they made up this story around it to fit the narrative they wanted to sell everyone.
Hey,
All right.
Salty.
Let me get to the next call. It is crazy. And this one, I can't remember who this one is. A couple of them, one's with Ryan, and then there's a couple with this Michelle lady. Yeah, this one right here. Okay, here we go. This is August 2022. So the last one we just listened to, that was in March with Melissa, right? Where Melissa's kind of fishing. Like, what was that surgery? You heard it. Okay, it was, kind of bringing up the subject. So now in August of 2022.
Thank you, Taco.
I know you have limited time. Okay, this is with the Ghost Rider. So this call is going to be between Gypsy and Michelle. And Michelle's the one who really develops this theme.
Because this is your break, let me just start. This is the first the sample chapter we're putting in with the book proposals. And so Melissa's reading it. And there were just some questions that I was going along, like, and it may seem kind of random, but that's just because I'm just going to go in kind of the order of the chapter. So if it's okay with you, I'll jump in. So when you and your mom were like at Walmart, say, and if you would stop with something.
Okay, I'll post this one after too. So I made this like a bigger clip because first she goes over them shoplifting, and then she talks about, or I'm going to just fast forward for time. They talk about the Oragel.
And you're sitting in that front area.
Yes, under my dress.
So
talking about shoplifting.
And did she tell you like why she was doing it, or would she just do it and you just knew that, oh, it's going to make me drool? Or
so here, Gypsy is what I believe. I cannot prove what I believe is a lie. I do not believe Dee Dee put Oragel on her gums to make her drool, to have that salivary gland procedure, because they worked her up for 2 years. They treated her for 2 years, and we know her tongue thrust. We know her high arch palate. We know all about that, right? And so, yeah, I believe she had excessive saliva. I believe she had that problem, that Dee Dee was not trying to manifest that problem. But this is what Gypsy's telling telling Michelle, sorry.
Did you not know?
She didn't tell her the reason why she was putting it on, and she just was like, okay, come on, and she put it on a Q-tip and just put it on my mouth, and it would make my mouth numb. She didn't give an excuse why. She just do it.
Okay. And then what do you think, like leading up to the summer of 2015, like what do you think was
Now here's the important part.
on her mind? Like, do you have any idea? Did you have a surgery scheduled?
Now remember, Melissa and Michelle are partners. In fact, they've written a couple books together themselves. So they're speaking, behind the scenes, right? And Melissa's telling Michelle, hey, you might want to ask her about this surgery. I'm sure this is what happened, because now we have Michelle coming up and asking her about this scheduled surgery. And she's saying, like, in 2015, what was going on? This is the year of the murder. What is Michelle's job? Her job is to make Gypsy look like a heroine. Like, right? Like this victim, this woman who overcame hardship. And so she's sussing her out. She's fishing about this surgery. They're thinking, her and Melissa. This is my humble opinion, by the way. Obviously, I don't. This is my humble opinion. These calls are facts. Right? But based on what I've heard, and I've heard hundreds of calls now over the last week or so, and especially between these people, I believe Melissa and Michelle were behind the scenes trying to figure out. They needed to come up with something for Gypsy, because I think they really knew that she murdered her mom and it had nothing to do with medical abuse. I think they kind of knew that. So knowing that now, that they were talking and that their job and their money, the money that they were going to get was based on selling Gypsy as this heroine, right? Okay.
Then what do you think, like leading up to the summer of 2015, like what do you think was on her mind? Like, do you have any idea? Did you have a surgery scheduled?
I believe, yeah, I did have an upcoming procedure. I think it was called like a it was something to do with like my larynx. It was a larynx,
okay.
or whatever, to biopsy or to basically look at my larynx. And I guess the doctor why do I have such a high pitched voice? Did it have something to do with my larynx? Whatever. So I did have that upcoming.
Okay, and so that's what you knew about that you were upcoming. And do you know roughly when that was planned, or?
I think it was for like August.
Okay, so as a journalist, this is what's on Michelle's mind. I need a timeline. I need to know when this was to see if it will fit. Will this fit the murder? Like, when was this? Gypsy saying, I think like August. Again, Gypsy not knowing and not relating this procedure to the murder, meaning, well, I know it was in May, or I know it was in April, or because I know this is the reason why I had to murder my mom. This was the, this was this is my snapping point. She's not saying that.
100% sure on that.
And then what if? Oh wait, you're sort of crackling. What did that worry you? Like, were you afraid? Okay, now on top of it, maybe I'm not going to be able to talk. Or
see, Michelle is leading her. It's like leading the witness. Michelle's leading her. Like, weren't you afraid you weren't going to be able to talk? You get what's going on here, right? Instead of allowing Gypsy to just volunteer the information, Michelle is saying, well, were you going to be scared? You couldn't talk, right? I'm telling you guys, this pisses me off. Jesus. Talk about bad journalism. Talk about, oh God, just,
It did worry me. The pain worried me the most because usually with all of my surgeries or procedures, I'd be put under general anesthesia. And this time she did not ask the doctors to do that, put me under anesthesia for this procedure. And it required like a large tube going in my throat. And
yeah, it could be done in a doctor's office. You didn't need to be put under for this, okay?
Here. So there was like that element that I didn't want that to happen. And to some degree, that played into, pushing I guess a pro to commit my crime because I knew that if this and the procedure wouldn't be done. So,
So now Gypsy has moved the goalpost, right? Where in 2019, she's talking to Ken, or 2017, when she's talking to Kristie. Yeah, I think Mike talked about something with my larynx, or like he was, I don't know, right? Then we get to 2019, and Ken specifically asked her, was there a surgery that, you tried to stop your mom from doing for you? Did you try? No. Okay. It's like, wow. All right. Now, after talking to, and I'm saying the number of phone calls between like Melissa and Gypsy and Michelle and Gypsy, there's a lot. Okay. I mean, it's going to take me days to get through all of them. There's a lot. All right. So they're developing this scenario with her, and now Gypsy's bringing it along. They're playing a little game, kind of, So
that was like kind of hanging over your head.
So that was kind of hanging over your head, right, Gypsy? Well, I thought this was the reason she murdered her mom. I know I'm like a broken record, but there's a reason I'm a broken record because this was supposed to be what that was, not discussing it like this. It should have just been Gypsy telling them, well, okay, so the reason I murdered my mom was this procedure was going to happen. It was right? We're discussing this. We're fleshing out this idea called like fleshing it out, right? And then you're going to hear even Michelle go further in literally fleshing it out.
Let me see. Okay, the next one is. Oh, I got that. Okay. Did your dad ever visit you in Springfield, or did your mom kind of manage to sort of? Oh no, it's not a good time, or.
He never visited me while we were living in Springfield. I know that he said that there was some attempts that they would, be passing through that area to go on vacation.
Okay, so she just tells the old story about how her dad was a derelict dad and her mom kept Rod from them, all those lies, which we know are lies too now, okay? And I'll post this one too if you guys want to hear the whole thing. This clip is 8 minutes. We've listened to a couple minutes of this clip that have to do with the so-called motive and how Michelle and Melissa were developing that motive with Gypsy. All right. I'm going to get to the next clip, and then after this one, I'll get to, because we're over the hour mark, we'll do comments, okay? Let's get to this next one, though. Did I get that one? Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Good morning.
All right, guys.
Little girl had a giant smile. Too bad.
Okay, so here was August. This is a couple days after that call with Michelle, and we've got Ryan now on the phone, and he's reading to Gypsy from like the summary. You know, they're writing the book, and he's like giving Gypsy. He's reading parts of it to Gypsy. You know, it's not the final draft or anything, obviously.
Stunned look, and Aunt had nicknamed her Possum. But the little girl had a giant smile. Too bad for her teeth. Too bad her teeth were either rotten or missing. This was either a side effect
facility and may be monitored and recorded.
This was either a side effect of a medication for seizures or came from the operation Dee Dee insisted she get to control her constant drooling. First Botoxing and then removal of some salivary glands. It was hard to know. Leading up to the summer of 2015, Dee Dee had a lot on her mind. So did Gypsy. Who remembers there was a surgery plan for, so did Gypsy, who remembers there was a surgery plan for August, a biopsy of her larynx.
For August, okay? So this is kind of like this is just a couple days after that last phone call we heard, and it sounds like Ryan's reading kind of like what Michelle has kind of like produced, right? Written. She's the ghostwriter. Ryan's like reading it to Gypsy, right?
What's your larynx, baby?
Larynx is, it's in your throat. It is like the part of your throat that opens and closes whenever you breathe and when you talk. And it kind of is your vocal cords and stuff like that.
Okay, you were about to have a biopsy in August?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did you hear? That was like, he's like, oh, you were going to have a biopsy in August? And she's like, right? Like, she knows this is not true. She knows it, but okay, right? Now it's been written down.
Dee Dee wanted to get to know why Gypsy's voice was so high. Gypsy was especially nervous this time, terrified of the tube that would have to be in her throat for the procedure. The pain mostly worried me, she said. Usually for my surgeries, I would be under general anesthesia, but this time my mom didn't ask for it. Dee Dee was the sole caregiver for 19-year-old Gypsy, who had been in a wheelchair bound for years. Due to what Dee Dee told everyone was a chromosomal disorder, Gypsy was
the truth, right? There's some truth.
Small for her age, whatever that even was. She'd had sleep apnea since she was a few months old and still used one of those Darth Vader breathing machines at night. She didn't seem, you didn't have sleep apnea though, did you?
No.
Your mom just made you wear that fucking machine. I'm sure it didn't help, huh?
Yeah, it kind of sucks. It's hard to breathe with it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Lisa.
All right, she didn't seem to really understand. Let's see, where was that? All right, she didn't seem to really understand things which actually might have been for the best, since maybe that meant she had little idea of her grim prognosis. Leukemia, seizures, muscular dystrophy, and a long list of surgeries on her ears and eyes, and more to come. You had surgeries on your ears, baby?
Yeah.
She had tubes put in her ears. The things that she thinks are surgeries is another thing that's mind-boggling. Okay, so the point of this call is a couple days you see after she talks to Michelle, that Michelle just has now inserted this story. It's not in its final form, right? Number one, she's calling it a procedure. Number two, she's saying it's in August and it's a biopsy. It's not a surgery. She's not calling it an exploratory surgery in this part yet. We're building on that. We're going to build on the lie, right? So that is the purpose of listening to that phone call. I'm going to take, and we got a couple more. We're going to hear Michelle, the worst one. Besides the Ken one, the next Michelle one is going to like your mind, okay, about what she says about Dee Dee and stuff. All right, I'm going to take that one down, and let's get to some of your comments. All right, guys. All right. I want to thank I love that picture of Ken eating that free Ken Urker, 10 Joules. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. At Lisa Evans, member for 16 months. Wow, Lisa. The calls with Ryan. Oh, with Ryan have got worse. Love you, Becca. Love you too. I know it's getting worse. I know the calls with Ryan have gotten worse. Yeah, I leave that to Ghost and others. You know, some of that but it's, I got my popcorn out for most of that. Definitely. All right, next up, we got Ann Francis, one of my loyal mods for 13 months. Thank you, Becca, for all you do. Time to cancel this racist, pedo, deviant, sex freak, murderer, and get her offline. Love you all. Absolutely, Ann. I think these calls, besides like outing them as the racist and the pedos and all of that, the stuff that I'm covering on this live stream also is going to help with that, because I think, hey, I want to write to Ben Bella books, okay? How could you allow this Michelle Mastrioni and Melissa Moore take your publishing company and not do the adequate research needed and like publish lies like that, right? About a woman that was murdered. Not just any lie, right? All right, thanks, Ann. I appreciate you so much. Next up, we've got Wendy Williams enters the chat. Hey, girl, how? That's why, you know.
As much awareness about mental health and by proxy as I can.
For 3 months, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And thank you for, backing my channel. It means so much to me. All right, guys. Let me go ahead and we'll end with Ronnie, and we'll come back then let me go that. Okay. I'm back. Here we go. Let's get to the next clip, okay? All right. Give me a minute here. There's like so many clips. I want to get to the right one. That one was Ryan, right? Yeah. Okay. I think the next one is going to be this one. I'm trying to keep them in order, you know? And what I did was I published them on privately on my channel so I could have the captions, you know, because sometimes it's hard to listen to them. So let's go ahead and listen to this one. Here we go. Here we go.
My mom was. I really feel like it was. But with how I knew how my mom was, I really feel like it was something psychological, that if she could have gotten therapy. She was diagnosed with bipolar and schizophrenia when she...
No, she wasn't. Not that I know of. Okay, I know Gypsy keeps saying this, but I have never seen that Dee was legitimately diagnosed. Number one, you can't be diagnosed with bipolar and schizophrenia at the same time. You can't. You can't, okay? If you have bipolar symptoms and schizophrenic symptoms, it's called schizoaffective disorder, right? So that's why her saying bipolar and schizophrenia, I'm like, no, she was not, okay?
She was a little younger, and so she was not taking medication for that. And so maybe she was on her meds. Maybe things would have been different. But I can't focus on the coulda, shoulda, wouldas. Get too deep into that, rabbit hole. But I think that's why it's so important for me now to take what is happening, and the choice that I made to commit murder was never the right choice. So my mission now is to take what I've done and what she had did and make it worth something. So it's really important for me to get out as much awareness about mental health and by proxy as I can, and really try to focus in on mental health and the importance of that. And just make it so it's not in vain. And maybe perhaps make people, because right now I think people kind of villainize her. And that was never my intent. From the moment I got
never my intention.
Got arrested, that was never my intent to have TV shows and books and specials make her out to be a villain. That is not ever what I wanted. And actually I felt a lot of heartbreak and responsibility just for the simple fact that I was in the situation. So people would tell me, yeah, your mom deserved what she got. I'm like, no, she didn't. And like, she was a sick woman, and unfortunately I wasn't educated enough to see that. I just thought she was a bad mom. I was desperate to get out of that situation. But now, in hindsight, I'm like, I really wish somebody could have seen the signs and helped her and helped her.
Yeah. What you say desperate? What state of mind do you remember being in when it all happened? Was it?
So this is Michelle. This is again. What state of mind? Was it panic? What leading?
Panic, was it?
It was panic, desperation, at wit's end, because I was facing yet another surgery pretty soon. And I really did not want to have the surgery.
What was this one for?
It was, it was something, it was work on my neck to something about my voice and my vocal cords and my voice box, to figure out why my voice is so high pitched. and they thought the doctor attributed that to maybe a breathing issue, so they were going to do surgery on my larynx. And at that point, I was just not having it. I'm like, I do not want to have the surgery. I expressed that to my mother. There was no debating it. She's like, you're having it, and that's it. There's no discussion to be had. And I felt in my heart like, please change your mind. This life needs to change. And it's not like I didn't think about every other option besides murder. I did. And I even ran away from home. And within 4 hours, she found me and brought me back. And she put in place paperwork saying that I was incompetent and she had power of attorney over me. So if I was to run away again,
She did not have power of attorney over her. Of course, Gypsy will lie and say, but I didn't know. I thought she did. Okay, but she did not. Okay. As far as her running away to be with Dan, it was Dan's people at the place that called Dee Dee and said, come get your girl. I'm not saying Dee Dee wouldn't have tried to go find her. Obviously, she was 19-year-old, and you know how Gypsy was. Dee Dee, of course, would have tried to go find her. Didn't want her messing around with a 36-year-old man, right? I get it. But the point is, these people called Dee Dee and told Dee Dee, come get her.
Cops would just believe that I'm mentally incompetent, and they put me back in her care anyway. And so, I was trying really hard to figure out another way. And that's when a conversation between me and my codependent Nick had one night when we were in our online relationship. And he said, I would do anything to protect you. And I said, anything? He said, yes. I said,
this might not be with Michelle because this is 2023. I'll have to look it up. But the point is, now in 2023, you're hearing her as the story develops, right? You're hearing her flesh out this. Yeah, it was this procedure now, right? In 2017, we don't hear about it. Dr. Phil, we don't hear. She talks about her feeding tube with Dr. Phil, right? 2019 with Ken, we've got, what she says with Ken. When Ken asked her this question, was there any kind of operations or surgeries that your mom wanted to do, but you didn't let her or stopped her in some way from doing? Of course, the answer would have been, yeah, this procedure to my voice box. That was one of the reasons why I got Nick to kill her, right? What does Gypsy say in 2019? No, not that I'm thinking about it. No, I know I had an upcoming procedure that was going to be done on my larynx or whatever, right? So now in 2023, you see where we're at. You see how the lie progresses or develops, so to speak. I believe with the help of Michelle and Melissa. So I'm going to take that one down. Don't worry, I'm getting to that call with Michelle. That's so maddening, very maddening. Let me get to it. All right, where are we at now? We played that one, 2023. Okay. Yeah, this one. Share it, screen share. Hold on. Thanks, you guys, for being so patient with how I have to do this. All right, here we go.
it's fine. Why divorce wasn't enough?
What might be a good? I'm fascinated by this larynx exploratory surgery.
This is with Michelle. I'm fascinated. This is Christmas Eve 2023. Christmas Eve 2023. Gypsy's getting out in a couple of days, right? She gets out on the 28th. This is the 24th. And Michelle is really heavy in writing this memoir now, right? And so Michelle says, I'm really interested in this story, right? Back it up.
This larynx exploratory surgery. I'm wondering if that could even be an opener. That then leads to flashback, right? Because maybe we do,
Hey, that could be an opener. This is the call. Here's the call where we're gonna flesh it out and we're gonna, take creative liberties with this so-called story, right? This isn't a truthful story. This isn't about the truth. This is about what will make Gypsy look good and what will make her look like she's such a victim. Well, yeah, her mom wanted to cut her throat. This is what Michelle's going to say in this call.
A little liberty with the discussion about
a little liberty. Did you hear it? Do you see it? Let's take a little liberty with the discussion about
are you trying to literally take my voice from me?
See? Michelle loves the story now, right, about the voice box, because she goes, man, we can take liberties with this now. Like your mom's literally trying to take your voice away. Yet, back in 2017, when she's being interviewed by Dr. Phil, we don't hear anything about this.
That's a theme, right? The theme of control, absolute control.
Okay.
The fact that it's coming to a head. She and you are both maybe, you have that standoff, right, where with the BB gun and all this. We'll write. We won't open with that. But I'm just saying, like, what if it's like you open with like you're putting the gun on the mantle a little, saying you're not going to say yes.
We could open like with the discussion of me saying how I had previous surgeries on my throat. Okay.
Previous surgeries on my throat. You had 2 salivary glands removed. Okay, that's it. What do you mean? Like all these surgeries on your throat, right? Like she told Dr. Phil. I have multiple surgeries on my legs, multiple surgeries on my throat. You have multiple surgeries on your legs? What are you talking about? But here now, Gypsy and Michelle, they're in the zone here. They're in the zone creating this fiction that they're going to sell the public.
I had the salivary gland surgery on my throat, which I still have the scars. They're pretty noticeable. And
they're pretty noticeable. I still got the scars. Like Gypsy's like, this is going to work. This is going to work. Yeah, she's going to wish she'd never gone. Yeah, absolutely, Katie. Absolutely.
Discuss how I was dreading having this upcoming exploratory surgery to figure out, why my voice was so high-pitched. That might be a really good opener because...
Yeah, that could be a really good Gypsy's like helping her write the book now. This is how we will open with this. Not only is this not a true story, but now they're going to open with this story. I mean, do they have no morals, ethic? Well, we know Gypsy doesn't. But this woman.
The medical aspect of it is what sets it apart from other murder cases.
Oh.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So open with that, and then, lead that into where it's building. Because isn't in storytelling you have to build into this like climax?
Yep.
You have to like de-escalate, the story too. Calm down. So, I think the calm down could be.
Now Gypsy's like writing it too. Well, I mean, she's supposed to be writing it as her memoir, but I mean, the technique of writing it, right? Gypsy's like trying to give the so-called journalist, the so-called author, like tips on how to write a book. I mean, Gypsy, the arrogance, right?
Like my childhood and explaining that. And then another build-up would be like my release day.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I think that throat surgery and again, like I hate to like put all this into your, words in your mouth for you, but like I
hate to put words in your mouth for you. It's talking about the throat surgery.
That the voice and the speaking and the control is all symbolized, right, through that, without having to say, Mama, those controlling me. That's the showing part, is like, don't you see the symbolism of this? Like, why is it all about my mouth and my throat? Like
my teeth, my salivary glands. Before they removed my salivary glands, they were shooting Botox to make them inactive.
Yeah, Gypsy, they were doing everything they could to stop you drooling before they decided to do any surgery. It's called conservative medicine. They were trying to do everything else, but no, according to you, your mom just snapped her fingers and they would do a surgery, right? But here you're telling on yourself by telling her about the Botox that they injected into your glands to try to quiet them down from producing so much saliva. That's what they were doing, right? But here, this whole discussion, I mean, not just a minor point, this whole discussion right here is a lie. She doesn't talk about this after she was arrested. There's no talk about this throat surgery to Dr. Phil or in any other interview, which I'll show. I have a little clips of leading up to this. All the other interviews she did when she's asked about this, not once does she talk about this surgery. To know, and she did a lot of interviews. It wasn't until she met these two women that this became the motive.
And then my mom would just put like more Orajel on my mouth. And so I would drool more at the hospital. And so where they're like, the Botox is no longer working. So we're going to go with something a little bit more permanent. And that's when they took out the salivary gland.
Yes.
Right. And then you also have this tube, the feeding, the oxygen mask, where you're contained in bubbles at night.
Yeah.
Like we could
all of it.
So I don't know if Gypsy still needed the CPAP machine at night. She did need it. She was, as a child, and there's documented evidence, okay, sleep studies where she did have low oxygen. All right, she had the overnight sleep studies, and I do believe her grandfather, who remembers the alarm going off when she was an infant.
Thank you.
So I believe she probably grew out of this somewhat. The point with that also is she needed it. Did she need it at 24? I don't know, but she did need it as a child, and it probably saved her life.
turn these things into symbols.
We can. I think that would be a really good idea. Turn it into, because turn it into some symbols, and put a lot of emphasis on that. And I think that because me not wanting to have that surgery was such a big, and that fear was such a big pushover that kind of tossed me over the edge, so.
She's talking about the surgery she couldn't even name.
What are you talking about? In 2017, you're talking to Kristie about it, and you mentioned it on the fly that Mike had talked about 2 procedures. This was one of them. You don't talk about how it pushed you over the edge.
It's called throat surgery.
Subject. In 2019, Ken asked you point blank about surgeries, and did you ever try to stop your mom because of surgeries? And you say no. Then you mention this procedure and other procedures, but not that it caused you to do anything.
No, just make your throat looser.
I think by putting emphasis on that and just have that be like, okay, this is the snapping point.
Oh my
God.
God.
Where I'm like, I've had it.
This is the snapping point now. What was it with Dr. Phil? You told Dr. Phil something about your feeding tube.
With unnecessary surgeries, and I'm realizing I found out.
I showed you the surgeries. She didn't even have a lot of surgery. She had 3 surgeries. Well, 1 surgery, 2 procedures, and 1 biopsy. And then she had eye surgeries. I think she had 4 eye surgeries, which she, again, has admitted the eye surgeries were needed. So when we're talking about unnecessary surgeries, according to Gypsy, there's only one, really, and that's the salivary gland. That's the only true surgery, okay, that she needed based on medical evidence that I've seen, okay? Then she had 2 procedures done at the same time, the placement of the G-tube and the Nissan fundoplication. Those were done at the same time. That's the sum total. I've had 3 C-sections. I've had more surgeries than you to my body. Okay, I'm not counting the eyes, Gypsy. I've had more surgeries to my body than you have. So shut up. It's just ridiculous.
I had more than Becca.
I realize this is unnecessary.
I had 5 C-sections
and then go from there where, the night of the murder and the events that followed after, and then do a flashback to childhood or something like that.
5 C-sections is a lot.
Yeah, I had 5 C-sections.
Wow.
And then after my last C-section, I signed a waiver so they can remove my fallopian tubes and all this and that.
Oh, you told them to take it all out?
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised they didn't put you into menopause.
No, I still have my ovaries. They just took my tubes. But it's
Wow.
So I had to send a procedure. They're like, "Do you want more kids after this?" I said, "Hell no. My ass would be unalive if I have another one."
Yeah. Well, you have C-sections. It really
Because
affect a lot of things.
yeah, I had for Wyatt, I had preeclampsia, high blood pressure, I had depression, severe depression.
Oh.
Like I had diabetes. I had you name it, preeclampsia. Did I say preeclampsia already? I had that and
You
onset.
said preeclampsia.
There's a bunch of shit. And
That's really a high risk pregnancy.
And plus, I'm O negative too as well, and yeah.
Wow.
So they're like, I said, hell no, I don't want no more damn kids. I'm done.
I mean, you gave 5 kids to the world, so hey.
Yep. My oldest is 16, so.
Wow. Yeah. I always wanted a big family, but it just didn't work out that way.
Well, between Wes and I, we have 9 total.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. He has 4, I have
Partridge
4,
family.
and we share one in common, which is Wyatt.
And I'd
So.
have
The
them take
Brady
my stuff
Bunch.
too. I'd be like, take it, burn it, put it in the trash. I don't want it no more. When I
Basically.
got
Donate
to
it to
number
science.
3, like I have 3 living and 1 passed. When I hit that number, I
Oh.
said, this is more than enough.
Yeah. Like the only surgeries I
Yeah.
was my 5C section. I had my gallbladder removed. I had my wisdom teeth. I had all 4 of them out at the same time. And I was put under for the end scope because they were looking at my liver at the time as well. So.
See, I had a 12-hour surgery when I was 10 years old. On my 10th birthday, I decided that I was going to climb up a tree with a pair of scissors so I could cut these walnut things down and throw them at my sister and my cousin. Well, God said, F you for having an idea like that. And as soon as I got to the top,
Oh.
I fell down. And I not only fell on the ground, my ankle hit off of a giant boulder and it shattered my ankle and the growth plate.
Oh
I had to
my
have,
God.
yeah, my whole ankle and the growth plate's like all metal. It was a huge surgery that I had to go through, but that was like the only, besides wisdom teeth and having my tubes tied. But I don't know, like the only like surgery I consider is that one on my ankle.
No, like I
That was
had
major.
like I had internal bleeding and all that stuff because I ruptured my spleen when I was like 12 because I decided to run across these 2x4s that my dad was building a deck for.
Oh God. See, you were like me.
My dad told us like stay off this dock and this and that, and I'm like okay. So I put my let's see, I had shorts on, like a t-shirt on with winter boots on, and in the middle of summer, just running across of it, and I fell right straight dab right in between the 2x4s.
See, I did some dumb stuff
Ooh.
like
I
that when we were young. We had
yeah.
my grandfather had this garage, right? And there were like some old boards that had nails sticking out of them. He goes, "Don't play over there. Stay out of there." So me
Yep.
and my cousins were like, "Oh, you mean go play over there? Okay, we'll do that." So we went and played where he told us not to play. And my cousin's like, "Just stand on this real quick. Put your foot
Damn.
over the nail." I put my foot over the nail and he stomped on my foot. I had to go get a tetanus shot. It was
Yeah.
so bad.
Oh, that
But
must have hurt.
It
like
was so it hurt so bad.
I fell asleep for like probably about 10 minutes. My mom comes in and all she hears me like breathing like heavily and this and that, and she lifts my shirt up and my like whole side was like black and blue and
Oh my
everything.
God.
Yeah. So because the hospital was only like 20 minutes away, like it was close. They're like, if you didn't get her here in that time frame, she wouldn't be here right now. So, like, I was like, I want to say 11, 12 years old when that happened. It was like back in
Wow.
2004, 2003.
I was 7 when I got my feet caught in the escalator at the mall. It caused me to have reconstructive surgery on my feet.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, those damn escalators. And for years, I didn't even go up an escalator. I went up the stairs, the elevator.
And then
That
let's
shit
see,
is
Uh-uh.
scary.
when we lived in
Yeah.
Arkansas, when we moved to Arkansas, I can't remember where in
Oh, where
Arkansas.
about?
I have no clue. I
Oh, you
was
can't
about I was
remember.
about like 8 years old, 9 or so. I was young.
Mm-hmm.
So we when we lived there, there was like this hole in the ground, and we seen a snake and all that shit. And we're sitting there, me and my brothers are throwing rocks at it. Well, turn to find out, the snake was a copperhead. We didn't know about it. Like I
Oh,
said,
that
we
was his smart.
Oh. Oh.
my mom comes out there with her freaking gun and shot the damn thing. Because we're just out there throwing rocks at it, and she's like, "Are you guys stupid?" Like she was yelling at us because we're throwing rocks at a snake.
Oh
But
wow.
I mean, like I said, we did a bunch of stupid things growing up.
Just like me. That's right.
Yeah, I think kids should just do stupid stuff
Yep.
just to do it.
I mean, then like we dared my brother. We found this little gecko on a tree, and we dared my brother to eat it, and he did.
Oh wow.
Why did I know you were going to say that?
A
Like,
gecko?
yeah, a
He ate a
gecko.
gecko.
Yeah, he ate a gecko.
No, they're not edible. They're not edible.
We were young, okay?
Wow. Damn. Dangerous children, I say. Dangerous.
We were young. And then, what was the other thing we dared him to do? Oh, we dared him to take, like, you know, the catfish. You guys call them catfish. We call them bullheads. He took some of them, stuck it in his pants, and all that stuff, running around outside with them in his pants or his underwear or whatever. Running outside with them.
Well,
Hi. You gonna say hi? But we got another about 15 minutes or so.
I'm coming to get Wyatt Earp. I'm coming to get him. I want to get him a cowboy hat and some little boots and some chaps with some spurs.
You
You
ready?
know, he gonna just enjoy himself and be a little cowboy. And he gonna tell his mama, "Yeehaw, mama, yeehaw."
You ready for that, Wyatt?
Yes, indeed. Yep. Get him a rocking horse. See, back in the day, they used to have toys that we used to have for kids and things that I had a horse that used to bounce, and I thought I literally fell off that thing several times.
Hey,
They
Joy.
had dangerous toys back in my day.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Joy.
We are thinking about getting him like a small little trampoline because he loves to jump. So we're thinking about getting him a small little
Uh huh.
trampoline for Christmas or something.
Yeah,
And then maybe he'll stop trying to
sounds like
jump
a
on
good
things.
idea.
Or a tent. We'll probably get a tent for him as well. Because I try making like little forts and he gets up on top of them and try to smush it.
I
Destroy
suggest
it.
the net. Get the net. Because he sounds wild. And you
He
know
is
him
wild.
at all.
Oh, trust me, this little trampoline, there's like a little kid one, and it comes like with a little jungle gym too with it as well. Or something like that. Like, we want to get him like a tent that has like the ball pits that he can crawl in.
I had one of those. No, I wasn't a kid. I was an adult.
No, leave the picture of my dad alone. Well, no, you want to. You can't. But like I said, we only got like another 50 minutes of Becca.
Hey, this one's pretty good.
I mean, I have it on, I think it's 1.25. So, for the speed. And it's going along smoothly because if it was on the normal speed, it would have been like probably only an hour into it.
It's like
Not even.
Fresh and fully laid out. Oh, definitely. I mean, especially with, with quad, and then you have, just just there's so much to cover in terms of like just even some of the witchcraft and like that's why I asked you about your culture, your traditions. I mean, there's so much to that people want to know you. So part of knowing you is what is your culture like? What was living in Louisiana like? The whole thing that happened with getting kicked out of your home. I mean, when your mom was like, "Thanks, brother," and then you're out, and then I mean that starts her going on the run. I mean that paints so much context and layers. So I'm really excited about that. But I think this idea to open with this surgery, this is the part that nobody knows. This is the part nobody knows. Yeah, because it's not true, idiot. She had so many interviews before
I'm sorry you fell.
Never mentioned it once. That's crazy, right? I mean, if it was true, she would have mentioned it somewhere before 2023, you think? Let's open with the surgery. Let's open with the surgery. I mean, I'm telling you, this blew my mind. I was like, you didn't say anything to Kristie in 2017. You don't say anything to Ken in 2019 when he asked about it. Oh, but then Melissa Moore comes along and this Michelle lady. And all of a sudden, they're kind of asking you at first, hey, did you have a surgery? Was there a surgery you were having around the time of the murder? Was there you saw how it progressed.
Them right up front, but, and then make
exactly
metaphors. So that, and then maybe it just...
Yes, these women help villainize the victim because she wasn't the perfect one. Exactly, at Just Whitney. Exactly.
That chapter just ends with going on Facebook Messenger and being like, did you just call him Nick, or did you call him after, or would you just
my God.
And say...
That would be a different time. So I would call him Nick for just to address him regularly. And unless he instructed me to call him Victor or the...
I'm going to fast forward. I can't remember if there's anything else in this one or not. I don't think so.
But she just did it like as part of your morning routine.
Yeah, she was doing it like in the waiting room too. Like it wasn't even like.
Oh, she's talking about the Oragel.
Oh wow.
So there's the Oragel lie again. Okay.
Oh.
Hold on, guys. Before I get to the next clip, I just want to show you a couple of interviews from before. All right, from before, just like really quick sound bites, right? About the surgeries, about her surgeries. Here.
Should be punished by prison.
But on one hand, can it be looked at as self-defense? On one hand, she was dicing you up, girl. How many surgeries did you have?
So many.
So many. I told you guys I've had more than Gypsy Rose, okay? So many.
10, 20?
I'm pretty sure 30.
Pretty sure 30.
This always gets me. I've seen it a million times. And I love it when she's going to say multiple leg surgeries. I'm like, leg surgeries? You haven't had one leg surgery. What are you talking about? Listen.
31. Because I had multiple eye muscle surgeries, multiple leg surgeries, multiple throat surgeries.
What?
I don't have salivary glands. Not these anymore.
Didn't she only have like 4 surgeries or so?
3? Yeah, it was only Mimi would know more, but I think it was just 3.
Oh, 2?
2? What, the eyes and then the throat?
She had repeated surgeries on her eyes, so I usually combine all those as one. So, and she had, I think, 3 other surgeries. There weren't surgeries, there were biopsies, there were procedures. There is a difference. Oh.
Because they were removed.
She acts like she has no salivary glands. I have no saliva, no salivary. There were 6 major, they took 2. You're good, okay? Still got saliva, all right? Like, just I can't even swallow, Dr. Phil.
You got cut open. You got parts taken out of you. You got
what parts taken out of her? What are you talking about, Dr. Phil's a stupid. Oh God, as the other people.
Hacked up. You got poisoned. You got
poisoned. All right, that's the end of that clip. Okay. All right.
Be happy. Have friends.
Hold on, this quick clip here too.
Because I knew that Mom's never gonna let me.
Let's hear if we hear anything about this horrid exploratory surgery.
Be happy, have friends, fall in love, get married, have kids, have a normal life. And I never wanted any more than that. I got scared and desperate, and the only thing that I can think about was I want this ideal life of freedom and happiness.
Oh, okay, there's the real motive, right? The so-called, right? Yeah. All right. And let me get one more. Okay, so after, I just want one more clip. After, now, you guys are going to recognize this clip. That's, oh, wait. No, there's one more I wanted to show you guys. Oh, maybe I don't have it up here. Maybe I don't. Okay. Yeah, I showed that one. Wait.
Did you hate your mother?
This one. This is before Melissa Moore again. These are all the interviews before Melissa Moore.
What? Or did you hate your mother at that point? I didn't hate her.
You wanted her dead.
Yes, but it was not because I hated her. It was because
you were going to have exploratory surgery and it was her or you?
I wanted to escape her.
Oh. Nick traveled to Springfield. Okay, there it is. Again, we're not hearing it. We're not hearing it in any of these interviews, right? Right. When Melissa Moore comes around, right? And then what happens? Well, after the memoir comes out, we hear stuff like this.
Was it your throat that was going to be?
It was going to be like biopsy explored, and they were going to, have to do more things to my throat. But
and listen how she echoes the theme that Michelle came up with. Remember, Michelle on that last call was saying, I think it would be great if we opened with this and we can use like this theme, the symbolism of your mom taking your voice, right? Remember, you heard that in that call. The symbolism of your mom taking your voice is what Michelle told her. Let's hear what Gypsy says now to this guy.
My voice box this time.
Okay, so you were, so if you can take me to that, because it's like that was an important moment for you.
Yes, like it was a moment where I was like, I already had throat surgery already. And it was a rough surgery. And so the thought of going through another procedure that I'm like, well, this time you're gonna start messing with my voice.
There it is, straight from Michelle, the ghostwriter. We heard the call.
And that's terrifying.
Yes.
Yes,
Laddie.
I felt like, how much more are you gonna take from me?
And so June 10th.
So there's how the story more from Dr. Phil. We're not talking about it at all. I got a couple more calls. I just wanted to play those clips. All right, so we got that one. Okay, now let's get to the microdeletion. All right.
She should have been
microdeleted. Did she know about the microdeletion? Gypsy knew a lot about the microdeletion. More than we knew. Yes, we did have that. We knew that she told Aaliyah, right? We know that she told Aaliyah. But I was wondering, did she talk to anybody in any of these prison calls? Did she mention that she had a chromosome disorder? Does she know she has a chromosome disorder? Or like she pretended after she got out, it was a shock to her that she had it, right? Right?
Thank you, Hayden.
Let's listen to this call. I gotta screen share it, and this is a little mind blowing, if I do say so myself, this call right here. This is between her and a guy, I believe it's this guy named Robert, okay? And this is in August of 2017. And just so you understand where this is like right after the plea deal, and she's only been in prison for a little, like a couple months now, right? Because it's August 2017. She took her plea deal in 2016. By the time she got to Chillicothe, it was like, 6 months or so. So she's kind of new in prison here.
Hey,
and
Wendy.
This is like, years after being there. Let's listen to what she knows about her chromosome disorder. I thought she didn't know anything about it, right?
And the thing with P's and B's. So for a while, I had to kind of train myself to know the difference. But I don't have any problems reading now. So
oh, that's good. Yeah, it makes me curious. Like, I mean, if how can you tell which medical ailments you may have versus ones that your mother made up? Yeah.
Yeah.
That must be confusing.
It is confusing because
Bob 2.0 is
exactly,
Tiffany.
What do I have and what do I, what don't I have? And but I did get to see something. I had a test done. It was a blood test, and I guess they could trace back my DNA and kind of decipher what I am susceptible to as I get older, and if I have any defects in my DNA. And so I guess the long arm strand of my first chromosome is missing.
What? What? Like
Mimi, Bob 2.0 or 2.5 or whatever. That's Tiff.
So she's missing a lot of DNA.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. I hate to say that explains a lot why she is the person she is. Because your reasoning, functioning, all those things are affected by your DNA as well. And you start missing stuff. Huh. Wow, what a pickle. Hey, Salty. I don't know. I'm speechless. I'm just speechless on that one.
Hey, Joy.
Hi, love. Yeah, she's got genetic material missing out of every cell. People don't realize that.
Ugh.
Think about it. Think about every single function in your body missing some genetic material.
Mm-hmm.
That will be crazy. That will be just crazy.
So if one cylinder is firing and the other one's not, how functional are you going to be? Or over-functional?
You're going to be inept.
How many glands over-function when something's wrong? Just your thyroid alone.
A lot. I mean,
think about just your thyroid alone. One gland,
right.
your thyroid. Think about that one.
No.
That's why I said more than likely, because this microdeletion has such an effect on her everyday life, on everything she does. I have a feeling she's going to end up with the C word again. I really do.
C word.
And she won't get treatment because her opinions about doctors. That's one thing I really. She's like, well, at least my sister's a nurse. Your sister ain't got. She's over there doing her weights for her bridal arms. She's not paying you no attention. She's totally unbothered. Okay. She's like, let me get my arms in check, and I even put a message. I put in the comments. I put, so you the guns are looking good, girl, but you need to protect yourself from your sister. You know, seriously, watch your back, especially when she's around. You can go ahead and continue playing. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. I got Wyatt jumping on me, so.
Okay.
She knows this? Like she knows exactly the place on the chromosome where like she's like deleted at? Like she's researched this? Are you kidding me? Like she knows? Like she knows. Go back.
Long arm strand of my first chromosome is missing.
Oh.
Okay.
What does that mean?
I have no idea. I mean, I know what a chromosome looks like, and I know what the long arm strand of it looks like, but I don't know what it affects. And as for predispositions to anything, it says that all kinds.
Maybe your GI tract, like why you have the G tube, maybe your teeth, maybe your swallowing dysfunction. Did you ever think of that? Are you kidding me, Gypsy? Are you kidding me? If you knew that, you looked it up and you knew at that point why you had all of those. You can't lie. I mean, come on, you know this specifically. Well, I'm missing the strand of the long arm, whatever the hell she said, right?
You're the biggest troll on this planet.
And just wait, because we got a call with Kristie too about this. That's coming up, all right? So she's saying, well, I'm going to get Alzheimer's, or I'm prone to schizophrenia.
Predispositions to anything, it says that Alzheimer's and schizophrenia.
Uh-huh.
Oh, lovely.
Yes, Chris.
Yes.
Got that to look forward to.
Right. Seeing and hearing things that are not there and not remembering things.
So I don't know that much at all about the chromosomes or the deletion. I know this, that the part that Gypsy has missing is double the normal of what like let's say the normal, I'm just giving a hypothetical, is like 5 units. This isn't even how they measure it. Just say 5. Okay, like the norm is 5. Gypsy's at 10. I'm giving that as a hypothetical, all right? What she has missing is double what the normal people with the deletion have missing. That the kind of deletion she has. That's a big deal, I think. I'm pretty sure. And again, I can't talk on that in any professional way. I don't, I didn't do that kind of nursing. I don't even think there is that kind of nursing, I don't know that much about it. But I do know Gypsy's deletion is double the size of what the norm is, which is kind of big. And it kind of blew my mind that in 2017, she looked this up. Someone spoke to her about this, obviously. It's not like, oh, I have a chromosome disorder, or my mom said I had a chromosome disorder. No, she's talking specifics here about it, right? And so are you going to tell me that she didn't look it up to the point where she would know that her GI problems came from the deletion? Like all the things that she had done to her came from the deletion? I mean, she had to know, right? At Lisa Noel says she claims she hears Dee Dee screaming. Maybe it's good. Well, yeah, maybe. Maybe, Lisa.
Perfect.
Well, Alzheimer's is deadly.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
this Robert guy was kind of mean to her a lot, which I kind of thoroughly enjoyed when I listened to their calls, to be honest to you. He's got no filter. He's kind of like I don't know if he's on the spectrum or what, but his social skills, he just says shit. He doesn't care what she thinks.
it's a slow death. That's the horrible thing.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Like parts of your brain,
he's like parts of your brain. I mean, yeah, this guy's kind of no filter.
Kind of shrivel and stop working.
I'm just going to let the chat know. Yes, I have a child. Yes, he's 2. If you don't like hearing him in the background, there's the exit. You can go. You're not going to tell my child shush and all this and that. Don't like it, kick rocks.
That's what happens. And eventually,
I love it for Gypsy, though.
Eventually, your brain forgets to start, to breathe.
Mm-hmm. Wow. You just made me terrified.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm kidding. But
he's kind of taking. Oh, did I make you terrified? I mean, I'm telling you, this Robert guy, something not right there. Something not right.
But yeah, that's what it said. And I mean, I haven't been able to see.
Sorry, Mimi, you're rubbing off on me now.
So
and she says this often. I haven't been able to see a lot of my medical records. That's another theme she says a lot. Well, you seem to know about this though. And how did you? Here's the thing. How did you know about this? Who told you about this? Well, we know that back in 2014, right? She tells Aaliyah about it before her mom's murdered.
I don't know what's the truth and what's not. Obviously, I know some things are not true. Like I don't have cancer, so yay.
Mm-hmm.
And just other things.
Thank you, Claire. Okay, so that is. Thank you, Claire, for the 5 Becca Scoops membership.
Thank you,
guys.
Happy Wife, Happy
Claire
Life.
is
I'm
in the
just
chat.
so sick of
She
these
is
haters
she
coming
is
in here
across the pond, so it's
complaining
gotta be
about
late
hearing
for
my
her.
kid in the background.
She is one of our
He's 2 years
biggest
old.
supporters of this channel.
Get over your damn
OG
self.
supporter. You guys thank her, say hi to her, and thank you so much, Claire. I love you. Thank you so much for being here.
I mean, if they had a miserable
all right,
childhood and don't like their kids yelling and screaming, you're not going to hear me
about
say,
the
tell my kid to
microdeletion.
stop.
Kristie's going to be talking about it now. Now, I played one for you a couple, when the calls were new, where I found Kristie.
Oh, what just happened?
I think he's got to get tested for this.
I got, in the comments, somebody wrote, hold on, what is her name? Some see you on TV or something that, as seen on TV. She wrote, shh. No, you don't tell my child to shush. No.
Yeah, I mean, she wants quiet. She can play it in her own from
That's what I'm
YT.
saying. She can go on the YT and look it up herself, but you're not going to sit there and tell my child to shush who's 2 years old.
She's a baby.
Yeah, I know. Anybody who knows my life and who's been here for the week that I've been going live for, you're going to hear them in the background. If you don't like it, there's the exit, kick rocks, and don't let it stop you. I'm not going to tell a 2-year-old.
Sad that you have to say it.
I know, but I'm just saying, I'm not going to tell a 2-year-old be quiet. I mean, sorry if that's what you do to your child when you go live, but you're not going to tell me what to do with my child. So,
Right.
if you had a miserable childhood, leave that freaking somewhere else.
Goodness. Just goodness.
And also the Ryan Station investigation into his. Oh, wow.
What? What, Cammy?
Ryan's state investigation into his conduct.
Yeah, because I mean, he was having smacks while being on duty with the kids.
And
Yeah, it's a crime.
apparently he was drinking as well, or something like that, taking shots or something like that in his class as well, or something.
Wow.
I gotta find that call.
Perhaps he should never work in capacity. I mean, he should definitely not work in capacity of children, but not even the elderly either. Anybody. His dog should be walking the dog. He should be a dog walker. There we go. Dog walker.
Did he even have a
He
teaching
shouldn't.
credential? Did he have a teaching credential
No,
or emergency credential?
he didn't have either because he was in a private school, so it wasn't required.
Yeah, he's not a teacher.
No, he's not. They just puts a warm body in the room. That's it. Schools like that just, it's like, okay, well, we'll take him. A warm body in the room. He has a degree in history.
He went the other way, quack, quack, quack.
Hmm.
Sorry. We're watching Mother Goose Club, Wyatt and I. So that's when you hear him the most is when his favorite songs are on. So
It's romper room time, folks. Everybody get your mats and your blankie. It's time to take a nap.
yep. All right, we
Yeah.
got 54 more minutes of Becca, and then I'm gonna do the evil ghost one next.
It's got to get tested for this. And so this call, which comes, I think it's 2019, about the microdeletion, what Kristie says here kind of blew me away too. Here, let me bring it up. So Kristie's going to be talking about it again in 2019. But what she's going to tell Gypsy here is like, like there's some stupid people involved in this. Let me just let you listen to it, and then we will discuss.
Quack, quack, quack.
I'm gonna get Camille to look for one or something. I go, you do not have that chromosome defect.
No, I don't.
No.
What? Now Kristie's telling her you don't have it. When I first heard it, I go, is she talking about the microdeletion? She's telling Gypsy she doesn't have it?
Because that means her kids have it.
Where is Kristie getting this information from? In 2019, talking about it? Why didn't they put this all together? Or did they all lie? Like when I'm talking about put it together, like that Gypsy needed Dee, like Dee was medically abusing her. Didn't they go, okay, microdeletion, let's look up the symptoms? Oh, that's weird. Microdeletion, 1q21, whatever it is. Oh, look, it's all the things that happened to Gypsy. Are you telling me no one put this together? And now we got Kristie saying she doesn't have it? Who the F is telling Kristie she doesn't have it? Back it up.
Probably Melissa.
To look for one or something. I go, you do not have that chromosome defect.
No, I don't.
Yes,
No.
she does.
Good. Okay,
Which-
so I'm not a mutant. Okay.
No, which is good because the only one I had to get blood work.
Right.
Yeah, they should have gotten blood work anyway.
So
Yeah. I got an email from Titania.
She look at the grandma's head
Who I think was working
and
with
her little beady
Maselli,
eyes.
when Fancy Maselli signed a contract with the Blanchards, I believe, to make this documentary with them. I think most of you guys know this story. They had a falling out. Well, it's important to know this because Titania was someone that was working, who was a friend of Dee Dee's, but was also working with Fancy and Kristie. So Gypsy's saying, I got an email from Titania.
Wants me to call her. She said she has
Sounds like my mother-in-law.
things that I'm
yeah, ever since she had surgery, her mind's not there. Ever since she had surgery, so, but she was swearing that you had the chromosome disorder.
Titania was swearing that Gypsy had the chromosome disorder, and she was right because it's in the medical records, right? And now, present day, Gypsy's already confirmed she has it.
But the new girl, I'll say no, she's not really new. That is helping Francesca with.
So someone that was helping Fancy, Kristie says,
with all the medical records, found it. You don't have it.
found it and you don't have it. So I don't know who that person is, and it doesn't really matter. You know, this is a long time ago. But at this point, Kristie doesn't think Dylan has to get tested now, doesn't think Nicolette, that's Gypsy's half-sister, or Mia. Kristie says, well, Mia would have had to have been tested. Dylan would have had to have been tested. And so I guess now none of them do.
Okay.
So
Okay, good.
Gypsy's very relieved. You can hear it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, thank God, because Camille was, looking into it and trying, my doctor was going to try to find, was like, oh my God, we got to find out, da-da-da-da-da. But
Good.
it,
I'm perfectly
yeah.
healthy. Nothing DNA wrong.
No,
Good.
no. So you won't have to worry. Dylan and Mia and Nicolette won't have to worry. Like, I didn't even tell Dylan and Nicolette about it. I told Mia about it because Mia was home.
Right.
And she's like, okay, what do we got to do? I'm like, Camille's working on it, with the, got to see if y'all got to do blood work or not to see if they'll maybe a carrier or just be, and have genetic,
Right, and have it carrying or something.
genetic therapy, something like that it's called. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
That's a huge relief and
so,
okay.
yeah, it is a huge relief.
Oh, I got all y'all email addresses, and I punched it into my.
Okay, so that's the end of that portion there. You see how relieved they were, but we know that they do have it, so you can imagine when they find out again that they have it, I'm sure that now they must have all been tested, right? It is a serious situation. The issue is here, even if Gypsy for a period of time, possibly in 2019, didn't believe she had it, in 2017, you heard the call where she's actually discussing the deletion, like it's on this strand and it's this. I mean, she knew about it, knew about it. So how could she have not known then the procedures, the few she had, were tied to it? Of course she knew. Did she keep that information from the dynamic duo, the people that we're talking about here? Melissa and Michelle, who came up with this lie, who helped Gypsy cultivate this lie about her throat. It's a lie. Proven. I think I've proven it on this live stream. That Gypsy never spoke about it, never talked about it, not until those two came along and you heard the prison phone calls and how it progressed. Is that a big deal? Yeah, that's a big deal. They published a book about it. They said this is why she murdered her mom. They pinned that on Dee Dee. It was her, it was me or her. And I had to murder her because she was going to cut my voice box. They made it up. They made it up so that Gypsy was more palatable for the masses, right? That she would be received and we would read the memoir and go, oh, wow, right? That they didn't bank on a few things. People getting the FOIAs, people listening to these calls, people looking at the prison emails, right? Yeah, they didn't bank on that. All right. So I wanted to bring up who Michelle is. This is, she's got like her own website and shit, guys. New York Times bestselling author and editor and former editor-director of HCI Books, the original publisher of Chicken Soup for the Soul. Oh, wow. That's kind of big. Yes, they also removed the microdeletion from one version of the book. Sloppy work. Exactly, Mighty Mulatto. Yeah. If I would say so myself, I found that. I was the one that found that originally. You're right. What else does it say about Michelle? Michelle was an in-house acquisitions editor and developmental editor for 15 years. So this woman knows what she's doing. She's not a novice. She knows about, that's why both her and Melissa are trying to get Gypsy on a timeline. I think they discussed behind the scenes, well, we've got to, let's find a surgery around that time that we can use because they were sloppy and didn't do their homework. And so they thought Gypsy they probably watched the Dr. Phil interview. Well, Gypsy said she had over 30 surgeries. Let's find one of them that we can say, this is why Gypsy murdered her mom. It was this surgery that really pushed her over the edge. Not knowing I've had more surgeries than Gypsy. I'm saying that as a joke, but it's true. Yeah, sloppy. Didn't she try to delete that from Wiki? Yeah, she did. Yes. at Generally Speaking. Yeah, she did try to delete a whole bunch of shit from Wikipedia. They banned her over there. It's like comical. She's banned. Crazy, right? All right, so this Michelle is no novice. Even if Melissa was a novice in that she didn't have a background in journalism, okay, and she didn't have a background in producing like a reality series, Melissa knew what she was doing. And again, she did back away from Gypsy. I think Melissa spent so much time on the phone with Gypsy that she started to see who she was. Not that I'm giving Melissa that much of a pass, because I think she is kind of a grifter and a scammer in using her dad, the happy face killer thing, and then she tries to get intimate with victims. Like, she wrote this book. I won't go into it here. It's kind of a gross book. Like how she tries to like get in with the victims of like serial killers, right? And then she was trying to get in with them to get interviews and write this book, basically. Yeah. So it's what she does.
Disgusting.
I want to say this too. Gypsy was very upset. I'll play this clip. You know how Gypsy claims that her book was like the best-selling, New York Times best-selling? Listen to this.
It's the memoir. What's a continuing interest is the fact that people are so interested in my story, regardless of how many times it's been posted on the platform.
Right. I think this is what Melissa.
Just looking at the trailer, I kind of rolled my eyes. Kind of like,
it's Michelle.
People are so interested in my story.
Listen to her about the trailer. This is, first she complained to Melissa about it. Now she's going to get mad at Michelle about it, even though Michelle really doesn't have anything to do with it. But it's the way she talks in these calls that crack me up. It's just so,
regardless of how many times it's been posted on the platform.
Right.
But just looking at the trailer, I kind of rolled my eyes. Kind of like, when we started filming for it, I was under the impression, and yes, it is that, but I'm not too thrilled with how the marketing and promotion is going for it. Like, whoever makes the trailers, I think they're kind of fucking up in a sense.
Okay. And if Gypsy says so herself, because she knows how to make trailers and she knows all about producing reality series. I mean, who does she think she is? Who the hell does she think she is? It's right. The way she talks to these people.
The reason why I feel that is because if you look at the trailer, there is no distinction of how this is any different than Mommy, Dad, and Dearest.
Oh, I think placating her. Oh, right. They know she's crazy. Oh.
Revenge or anything else that has been put out. It still shows, my mom did this, my mom did that, my mom. Okay. And so I want to share my story about what I've been doing in prison. I've been holding these secrets.
I want it to be about me. But I don't like to talk about me. But I want it to be about me.
And these, it's not showing focus on me in prison and my time in prison. It's still focused on the crime. I think that's what sells, but you were supposed to be promoting a present day me. And
you're supposed to be promoting a present day me. People don't care about you, girl. Okay? They don't. They just care about like the whole weirdness about how your mother got murdered and all that, right? You're not promoting me. Oh, it's too much about right, exactly. Snowflakes and Firefly. Exactly. We're done talking about my mom. This should be about me. I mean, that's why I clipped this part.
Because they have to recap, but you're focusing more on the recap that makes it look like any other documentary.
Right.
It's not showing anything new. So they didn't even put anything about the wedding or anything. They're just so focused on that.
What about my fucking wedding to Ryan? Why isn't that in there? No one cares. Because no one cares.
You cheated on Ryan. What should
about
be in
your
there?
Wedding to some really gross
then
guy.
Then he got pregnant.
It's come out now. He's like a pedophile. Like, no one cares. Why does she think people would care about a mommy murderer getting married to some overweight dude in Louisiana? Who wants to watch that? No one.
That one episode that recap everything.
Wow.
For me, I feel like that's a letdown.
But it's so good for the book, for you and the book, because they're the ones who are gonna. They're taking a chance on having a bomb, so let them learn, like kind of like how you just said, like we learned, we lived and learned about the postings on TikTok. Okay, well they're gonna live and learn. They're the ones that you're no skin off your back, because you're gonna have
the opportunity to not overexpose, right? So you're gonna be like, okay, this is what the memoir purpose is. If that's what you want the memoir to be, you know, we can have the room to make that happen. You know, I mean, yeah, if it's this sensational kind of promo, like, and I think it's important too. Like,
you'll be able to see, like, you'll be able to see reenactments and whatnot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'll take a look when we hang up.
She didn't take a look. She's like, this girl, right? This girl.
I think what we're learning, what's very important is to remember, like, if you're
Hey,
getting
Bob,
sick
you
of it,
come up in the box if you want,
the
Bob.
readers and your supporters will also, right? It's like an inevitable. It's an inevitable. You're like, I'm over it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. There will definitely be most people who be like, we're over it. We don't want to hear about it anymore.
You didn't know, Mimi.
You know,
didn't
I mean,
know.
there will be a point. So the important thing is Taylor Swift's genius is that she reinvents herself over and over again. She's never the same Taylor.
With Gypsy, and like she complains to this woman, Michelle, about this, the same thing. It's not about me. Why isn't the trailers? Why isn't it going to be about me? What Gypsy fails to understand is something that I bring this little clip up all the time, right? I'm kind of a hometown celeb. It's what she wrote to Nick, their very first correspondence, right? She always thought that she herself was such an interesting person that she would, like she was meant to be on the red carpet. Not understanding if she never murdered her mother, she would be some woman down in Louisiana, right? Nobody, just like the rest of us, right? A nobody, right? You're not anybody spectacular, but Gypsy always had this thing in her mind that she was like special, right? She was so special and talented that people would just want to like know about her. She doesn't get the attraction or why people, it's like watching a train wreck. Okay. And the few people that are still deluded that buy like the memoir version that I'm like destroying here on the side stream, the few people that still believe that bullshit, yeah, sure, they may see her as some kind of heroine, right? But still, that's tied to the crime. That's tied to the crime. Her alone, nobody's tuning in for anything. Gypsy, where's your podcast, Gypsy? Yeah.
There's always a new version of her because people would get bored.
Right.
Like, that's what happened, in my opinion, to Lady Gaga. She got bored.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you and your outfits, you and your wigs, you and your ugly clothes.
So in reinventing, and then like there is, I do want to bring this up as a concern that you can maybe bring up at the meeting. Okay, so someone has put in a comment. There is.
Notice she's in to the comments. This clip's almost over, but I wanted to play it because this is what we're seeing in her now, right? If you like listen to a lot of these calls, there's themes. And one of them is Gypsy cannot stop obsessing about people, social media, right? Like so many, she reads every comment about her, not only on her post, but on other people's. Like if I make a video, she'll be reading the comments. Do you know what I mean? She can't stop doing it. So here she is.
An expectation or an assumption rather that it's the memoir.
I know.
So,
I know.
So this part is interesting. I'm going to go ahead and take it down. What she's talking about here is that many of you know, and some of you may not know, that there were 2 books that came out. One was called an ebook. The next one was the memoir. Why? It's ultimate grifty. It's grifty McGrifty, right? It's like we're going to cash in twice. And what Gypsy was trying to tell this woman was, people are confused. They think the ebook is the memoir. They're going to be upset when they find out they bought this little
Grifty McGrifty.
ebook, and then the memoir comes out, and they're going to go, well, I thought that was the memoir. What do you mean? What you mean? I got to buy something else now too? You know, it was just Melissa Moore.
That needs to be on a T-shirt.
Melissa Moore and that woman. The woman I showed you guys.
I can do an AI.
Decided they would do
Oh, please do.
little crappy ebook and then the really, really crappy memoir that is really, really poorly written, right? So, was Gypsy's book on the New York Times bestselling list? No. In one of the calls, I don't have it. Gypsy is
I'm gonna let the water out.
to Michelle, and Michelle's like, Gypsy's like, oh, I think it's on the bestsellers list. And Michelle's like, because she's the author, right? She goes, no, it's not like on the right bestsellers list. It's on the New York Times bestsellers list for under the category or the niche group deception. So I looked it up when I heard that in the prison phone call, and I found this out. Where is it? Where's that little thing I was showing you guys? No, that's not it. No, that's the wrong. Where is it? I was just showing it to you. Oh, it's over here. Nope. Talking about Gypsy's book. It did not make the bestseller list for the general memoirs. That's the big category all writers covet. If you're writing a memoir, making the New York Times bestsellers list under the category of memoirs or biographies and memoirs is the major, it's the epitome of success, okay? Gypsy's book did not make the New York Times bestsellers list under those categories.
Hey Google,
It made the bestsellers list under the sub genre categories of, you're gonna love it, dysfunctional families, murder and mayhem, true accounts, and survival biographies and memoirs. So, but you know how Gypsy likes to do. She's like New York Times best-selling author, right? Yeah, no, not really. Not really. You know what I mean? You know how there's like a major league and a minor league in professional baseball, right? She's in the minor leagues. Like the major league would be getting on the list under memoirs and biographies, right? Not on some little subcategory. Like you or I could write a book and probably make the list under, dysfunctional families. You know, I could do that tonight, probably make it. Oh, I'm on the New York Times bestsellers list under dysfunctional families. You get it? Yeah, it's not under like memoirs, like the true bestseller. So Gypsy, no. Okay, no. Stop pretending like you're a New York Times bestseller, all right? I mean, technically, yes, but you get what I'm saying with that. All right, guys, let me see. I think I want to make sure I played all of the clips. There's a lot of them. I played that one. Did I play that one? Okay, I don't think I played this one.
So the next chapter is...
Oh, yeah, I didn't play this one. This one's good. Hold on. This one's good. Hold on. All right, here we go. This is in June. Maybe I did play. No, I don't think I played this.
Is Marry or Murder. Okay, so the next chapter is Marry or Murder.
This is, again, with Michelle. They are continuing to work on the book, and just listen.
So this, I'll tell you here what you guys wrote. Gypsy realizes there is no merging of polar opposite worlds or success in her mother letting her ever be free. It became clear her situation was dire. Either she would be potentially killed in surgery or live her life forever like...
Now she's going to be potentially killed in surgery. You guys, she hadn't had surgery. She only had really one surgery, like legitimate surgery. And that was in 2006. Okay. Yeah, she had eye surgeries. Okay. And she had major dental work done. She had a lot of procedures done to her. I'm not going to say she didn't. Okay. But this whole thing, that this woman's writing that she could potentially be killed in surgery? Ridiculous.
One more surgery after another.
What?
There's no end in sight.
No end in sight. She hadn't had any surgery for 10 years. 10 years. Do you check anything, woman? Do you check? Are you doing your job? Before you make that statement, do some research.
Desperation, the only way out now was for her mother to be out of the picture. POV is emotionally hopeless, helpless, urgent. That if she didn't act now, what would be the consequences later? My body was tired of being used, terrified if this continues, I would die or for real be handicapped. So what was going on? Were you being threatened with more surgeries at this point? I mean,
okay, so she reads that and listen to her question. Listen to her question. She doesn't know. She's asking. So what was really going on then? Were you really being threatened with more surgeries at this point? You don't know? You just read that. What's going on here? What's happening here? Now you want her to clarify this, right? So what was really going on, Gypsy? You're claiming that, right? This is crazy.
You're with me. Okay, so yeah.
There was an upcoming surgery, and it was on my throat. And I had already had surgery on my throat to remove my two salivary glands. That's usually located in your throat. And I got a scar on my neck, on both sides of my neck, from that surgery. And the doctors wanted to do another surgery. And I just, at that point, it was like the breaking point. I'm like, I don't want to have an...
Now it's the breaking point. Well, you didn't tell that to Dr. Phil or those other people on ABC 2020. I showed you the clip from that, right? It's such a lie, right? Such a lie. This is the breaking point now. Okay.
Another surgery, and it's not like I didn't try to plead with her and be like, can we please tell them
Okay. If this is true, Gypsy, whoever, people in Gypsy's camp, where's the record? Show us the record for this surgery. Where is it at? Where's the notes from the doctor who said he was going to do exploratory surgery, carve into her neck, not down her nose, not a scope. I want to see the records. Where are they? In that one call, Melissa said, the earlier call from March 2022, Melissa goes, do we have those records? Oh, I'll see if I can find those records, she said. I bet she never found them, okay?
Nope.
don't need it. I don't want to have the surgery. I really don't want to. And she wasn't budging on it. She's like, it's like, this is not up for debate. Like, it's going to happen. And I tried, and in my mind, I felt like that was me.
Why didn't you tell this to Ken in 2019 when he asked you point blank about surgeries and having to stop your mom? Did you ever try to do that? Do you? Your answer is like, no, I didn't. No, I don't think so. Right? Why didn't you tell Ken about this back then?
He's telling her, please, reconsider the surgery because the alternative is your life, is what I wanted to tell her. Because
did you hear what she said there? I pleaded with her, please think to change your mind about this because it's your life, meaning her mom's life, meaning I'm going to take your life over this woman.
And those are the thoughts that were going through my head.
Oh, God.
So I felt like at that point when she's like, no, it's not up for debate, it was feeling her fate. And it broke my heart because I really didn't want that to be the option.
You never talked about this until after you got out of prison and it shows up in your memoir. Never. It's not in Mommy, Dead, and Dearest. Why isn't this in Mommy, Dead, and Dearest if this was the truth? Why didn't they show the medical records for this exploratory surgery? Why isn't it even spoken about in Mommy, Dead, and Dearest if this is the truth?
Like, I wanted to give her a natural way out where it was like, okay, I'm taking your feelings into consideration. If you don't want to have the surgery, we won't have the surgery. That's what I was wanting to hear. Not that that particular surgery was the only reason why I felt like murder was the only way out. But at least she could have been reasoned with a little bit easier.
Right. I mean, she's just point blank lying even about her mother there. I don't even, the only thing we've seen with that, and I'm going to take this down now. The only thing I think we've seen is the one record that I found, right, where it was canceled. This ENT appointment was canceled for vocal cord dysfunction syndrome. May 1st, 2015, right? Canceled. Nowhere else does it say it was rescheduled. Nowhere else in the records I have anyways, the records I have. I don't have all of them, obviously. Do I see any other place where this is happening? Like the pre-op, no. In fact, most of these appointments were canceled after Gypsy gets diagnosed with the microdeletion. Most of these, like she wasn't going to the doctor a lot after that. And there was a lot of cancellations of just regular appointments after that. Most of these, like she wasn't going to the doctor a lot after that. And there was a lot of cancellations of just regular appointments after that. Okay? So now that I've heard all of this, right, how she told Ken, no, what did she tell Ken? Were there any kind of operations or surgeries that your mom wanted to do to you, but you didn't let her or stopped her in some way from doing? Well, yes, Ken, there was this exploratory surgery that that's actually why I thought I had to murder her. No, what's her answer? No, not that I'm thinking about. No, I know I had an upcoming procedure, not exploratory surgery, right? But this would have been the answer. The answer to this question would have been the perfect time for her to tell Ken all about this horrendous surgery that her mother was going to take her voice away. But she doesn't say it. And she doesn't say it until those two women come in her life and they all plot it out together. You heard the phone calls. How it developed. It developed like that. And that became this book. And this book is what they were hoping would launch her podcast. her podcast, right? They could keep cashing in on that she would become this heroine. She would become like this influencer. People would want to go on her podcast because she had been through hell. And her mother almost killed her with this surgery, don't you know? But a little thing happened. The internet did what the internet does. And people started looking into her case. Not just me, but many others. There's so many. And found out she was a big, fat liar. And now, little by little by little by little, we are finding all of the people who helped her, right? Lots of people cashed in. It's all in the, look at this one. Oh, look at that. It's Kristie and Rod with, that is, in shorts, the attorney, the public defender, Mike Stanfield there. There's Dylan. There they all are. A lot of people cashed in on Dee Dee's murder. And all they had to do was villainize her. That's all. And she was dead, so she couldn't talk for herself. She couldn't talk for herself. She's dead. Well, guess what? She is talking now. Yeah, we're all talking for her now. And we're going to keep talking. And we're not done. We're not even near done. Not with these calls. All right, guys. Sorry, I get a little heated about this. Let's get to more of your comments. Thank you guys for hanging in there. Thank you guys for listening to me for this long. We've got at Yelling Timber 01, 10 Jules, Happy Pop. Thank you at Yelling
I
Timber.
think this is the end of her podcast because then she goes on thanking everybody for being here and this and that. So we're going to end it there. Dude, I was sitting there first, not you. Alright, let me find. Alrighty. What am I gonna look for next? Oh, lordy, 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 lord. Well, not everybody speak all at once. I mean,
You're playing Evil Ghost.
I'm getting to it.
Well, if I could speak,
Okay, here we are.
What I tell you once. Hey, I walked out, built mine, didn't need y'all. Stand tall, watch me, while the weak fall. Stay mad, talk shit, run your damn mouth.
No.
We ain't gon' feel y'all still in the drought.
ain't no coming back. Y'all still fighting over scraps in the bag. I ain't got an answer. I already spoke. Let the whole damn circuit watch the ropes show. To my own road, put the work in the dirt. Now my name got them salty. Yeah, I know this shit hurt. Every damn move, you watching like fans. Talk my hands scream, but never throw hands. Made my own lane, didn't borrow no shine. Now you wanna just do it like the blueprint wasn't mine. You never what it do. You can copy every still can't fit the roots. Real, recognize real. There's something you lack. Used to begging for approval, ain't never going back. I walk off, built mine, I didn't need y'all. Stand tall, watch me while the weak fall. Stay mad, talk shit, run your damn mouth. I'm way gone, still eating, y'all still in the drought. Look, I ain't worried about opinions. They cheaper than the liquor at the corner store mission. Everybody got words, everybody act hard. The life hit them different and they leave another scar. You can spring, you can lie, you can throw another feed. I ain't losing 1 second over counterfeit shit. Whole damn squad, still living in my shadow. I'm out here making moves. I feel stuck on the battle. Real damn sad, y'all hate me so much. Still copy every bag, still copy every style, still copy every move. But you can't fake hustle. You either got it, or you lose. Let them talk, let them ball, let them ball, let them hate. Too late, I already crossed the state lines. Y'all still parked at the same damn gate. I walk off, feel mine. That's the only thing. I walk off, feel mine. I walk off, feel mine. On the plan, never need a validation from another grown day man. They mad, they lie, say my name. I'm building something bigger, y'all still playing the same game. Feel mine, that's for else, that's for else. Y'all can check my dust, but you never catch me. I feel good. I am fucking livid right now, guys. I am so upset. I'm probably not even going to do hellos tonight. I'm just not, like, I think I'm going to shout everybody out that donates, but I'm fucking livid. After hearing the phone call that I heard, look at Linda. If you're one of those weirdos that wants to donate to a predator, hey, that's fine, but don't get mad when the smoke comes your way either. Anybody that can pull their credit card out after this fucking phone call and send that dirtbag a freaking penny, you deserve just as much smoke as what Ryan's about to get. Huh? Where's tons of fun at? You didn't even go live last night. You probably should go live tonight and explain to everybody why you're a sick weirdo fuck. And here's the thing. We can't forget about Gypsy neither.
I was gonna say, you better not forget about that.
That stupid deranged bitch. She went right along with it. You didn't say, oh, that's disgusting. You didn't say, oh, that's vile. How could you do that in front of children? None of that. You just went along with it. Like it was another normal day in prison. Right, bitch? You see, the issue here is I have a really big fucking huge problem with a dude that's going to stand up and say he's going to stand on his own too, and this is the way it went, and give us a story, and then turn around and find out, oh, there's more.
Tap the
So how are you going to
screen,
stand on
send your
this,
daily
Ryan?
heart.
I want to hear how you misspoke this time, bitch. Let's hear it. I'll wait for it. As a matter of fact, I'll record it, and I will burn you to the ground afterwards. Ryan, you, my friend, are a PDF file. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it anymore, son. You are a predator. You are a PDF file. You, the Ryan Anderson, and the Gypsy Rose. Both of you. You're both weirdo fucks in my eyes, and you always will be. And I like it that way. The issue we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is that there's been a lot of back and forth. Wouldn't you agree? There's been lots of back and forth between Ryan and this side lately. And you know what? I'm quite honestly fucking sick of it now. Now I'm tired of playing games. Now it's time to do real things. Like, I don't know, go ahead and gather up all this glorious information that I have now of you misspeaking and going ahead and calling the Board of Education Monday and notifying them about the Ryan Anderson, and then going ahead and emailing every little bit of clips I've got straight to them just to make sure you never teach in front of minor children ever again, you weirdo fuck. I promise you, Ryan, you will never teach another day in your fucking life. That's done. If you had an inkling that, oh, maybe I'll do this, or maybe I'll do that. No, done. Forget it. Move on, son. Move on, bitch. Because every time you do, I'm going to be standing there. Say, no.
We don't allow weirdo predators in this. Speaking of which, Ryan, if I ever hear you even talk about the school system again after the call I heard, if I ever hear you say anything about any kind of school system being shit ever again, you know why the school systems are shit? Because of weirdos like you that think they can go out and get teaching jobs. Get it in school.
Oh, you can't be pressing buttons.
Ryan pulled his dick out in front of children while on the phone with Gypsy Rose at
Oh my God, that's much worse than I thought.
I think my son went over. Hold on, let me rewind it a little bit.
Your words, not mine.
Oh my God.
And letting him know where you stand.
Sorry, I'm gonna start all over.
I don't really give a shit. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I am loud because I'm fucking pissed. He's an asshole. Yeah, I am an asshole. Especially when you're doing shit like that in front of weirdos. Like, dude, you literally picked the most weirdest bitch in the world to do this shit with. So it all makes perfect sense now. Now I completely understand why you went the route you did to do what you do, you sick pervert. Let's see you stand 10 toes down on its fat ass.
Played it up this last time. I played it up this big time.
I know, because I couldn't do it.
I know I was the girl when I was freaking that funny movie.
Wyatt,
I'm gonna play this, and I'm not gonna put any more commentary on it. I'm gonna play it one time. I'm gonna play it this time, and I'm not gonna say a word. I'm not gonna say a thing, and then I'm gonna play it again, and then I'm going to fucking destroy you, Ryan.
You played it up for me, and I appreciated it. I appreciated it because, like, I couldn't say nothing. I was at work, baby. I wanted to contribute more, but I couldn't. I was like, I can't say shit.
So I was like, how does it feel? How does it feel that the shoe's on the other foot that you're just like,
oh, whatever. You can't talk about it. Like, but I was like, I can't say nothing. And I put the phone up to me going, when I was coming, just so you knew that I found satisfaction. Because I legit did, but I was like, I just got to come quietly. I still was like, you bad. You still naughty.
You knew it.
I didn't like that. I forgot about that. You sure did do that for me last week.
I'm going to tell you what you just heard, and then we're going to go back through, and we're going to dissect it. Some of you have already caught it. Ryan. In that video, that short clip you just heard right there, and I'll upload this on my YouTube channel right after I'm done. I'll make sure of it. You guys can go ahead and share it to the ends of the world. You can use, I don't even give a fuck. You can use it. As long as you're making content out of it and letting him know where you stand, that's all I care about. In the video we just heard, you hear Ryan admitting that he had let's just call it a session with Gypsy Rose. And during this session with Gypsy, he came on himself yet again. But that's not the bad part.
What? No.
He did it at work. He did it at a school. Do you understand the seriousness now? All you weirdos donating to that PDF file.
Everybody's donating to
It's not a joke anymore. Those
Yeah, I mean, she's one like it. She loved it. She made him do it.
that could have been witnesses to that.
She encouraged it.
You don't know.
But that's okay. Remember, that is okay in their eyes.
You don't know. Ryan. Was this 30 years ago, my friend? No. It was not.
No.
At this point, you get turned in.
Good.
You deserve it. You deserve every little bit of smoke that's getting ready to come your way. Guess what? I'm the type of person that I'm prepared to go ahead and show everybody where the fuck you live, just so that way your neighbors understand who the fuck you are. That's the type of person I am. And I'll even put a little red dot on your apartment too for you, buddy. How's that sound? Wait, person that'll come to your place and hang up flyers around town so that way everyone else knows who the fuck you are. That's me. I wonder if Bird's busy and wants to go on vacation. Maybe Bird will want to take a vacation with me. Maybe we'll go to another state. You victimized each and every, not just the children in your classroom. No, my friend. Not just the children in your classroom. You victimized every single child in that school. Why do you say that? Because every single one of them was in vicinity. All they had to do was maybe open a door or maybe even look through a window.
Oh my God.
Understand that it wasn't just the children in the classroom. Every single child in that school, in that playground, coming to school, riding on the bus. You victimized every single one of them by jerking your little fucking gherkin to a mommy schmurderer. That's okay to you, right? That's a joke. You misspoke. Or maybe we'll get 7 different stories about this one too, buddy. What do you think? What do you think, bud? Dog, and if you think talking tail and running is going to make this any better at this point, it's not. Yeah, he did it in school. He did it in school. Ryan pulled his dick out in front of children while on the phone with Gypsy Rose at work. And had to be quiet about it, didn't you, Ryan? Your words, not mine. As a matter of fact, let's listen to your words yet again.
I played it up this last time. I played it up.
So what she says here is, I played it up big this last time. And what she's referring to is their last session when Gypsy had to play it up because Ryan was in a school. That's a good question, Cherokee. He will. As a matter of fact, I did see some of your email you sent me. And I'm going to look into that more. Boy, oh boy, if that's true, it makes perfect sense why Ryan's where he is. It makes perfect sense. And he's going to be the next one with a little red dot over top of his house, too. So what Gypsy's referring to here is the last time they had their session, okay? And she had to play it up. I'm playing it right now, Black. I'll play it this time. We're going to break it down, and then I'll play it one more time for you on no comments or anything like that. And then I'm going to also release it on my channel, just so, you know, Ryan knows who the fuck I am. She's referring to the last time their session because she had to play it up because, like I said, he was at work. He was in a school full of children. Let's not forget these same children that this child walked out of a school and Ryan Anderson said, she bounces like my wife. Misspeak? I think not. So Gypsy had to play it up because Ryan's in he's in a location that he shouldn't be doing that type of stuff, right? I don't know, misbehaving. I don't know. I couldn't tell you if he was sitting behind a desk doing it. I couldn't tell you if he was in a broom closet doing it. I couldn't tell you if he was in the lunch lady's office doing it. Maybe he can tell us. Ryan! Oh, Ryan! Where was you at, buddy? Where was you at when all this happened? I think you should go live tonight, and I think you should tell the whole fucking world where you was when you were jerking your little dick to Gypsy Rose inside of a school. Tell us, Ryan. We'll all be waiting.
I know,
because I couldn't do it.
Because he couldn't do that. What she's referring to is, which we've heard, this is the best part, we've heard the calls between them when they're phone boning. Okay, we've all heard that shit.